everyone. Hello, and so great to see you for episode 49 of Edge of Legend. It's there's a lot happening, a lot in the past, and we thank you so much for being here throughout this amazing journey. We are going to do a quick couple of announcements, and as well as introductions and recaps and all that good stuff. Not in that order necessarily, but first we do have a very special announcement for everyone at home, watching, listening, and supporting. And I'm going to shoot this all the way to Sydney. Sydney, please, the floor is yours.
Hello. Well, as you might know, this is our 49th episode. So next week is our 50th episode. And we thought that we would do something really special for our 50th episode. Now, we have paired with my amazing friend, an amazing friend of the show, Cognitive Merchant, to do a dice bag giveaway. They have amazing dice bags. They made me one right here. This is the one that I use for every stream. It is full of dice ASMR. But they were kind enough to give us 2 extra dice bags, and that is what we are going to be giving away tonight, all the way up until our 50th episode next week. So, Joe, if you wouldn't mind, or someone, posting the giveaway link in the Twitch, you can go to our Twitter. You can follow us on Twitter, retweet the giveaway tweet link, and also follow us on Twitch. If you already did those things, just go ahead and register it through the website that we have posted there. And that's how you will be entered into giveaway. So yeah, dice bags for the dice gerblins. You can have them. They are for you. For free. For free. That's our announcement.
Thank you very much, Sydney. That's right. It's for free. As you said, the instructions, click the link and go right ahead and do that. By the 50th episode, we will announce the winners. I'm very excited about that. Okay. Awesome possum. Without further ado, let's do a quick recap, and then we will go into the introductions. Looks like we got a raid from Dice Drinks and Drama. Great to see you, Dice Drinks and Drama. You just missed it. We're actually doing a giveaway. If you see the link in the chat, follow that link and do all the amazing things Sydney just said. Like us on Twitter, repost. She'll say it better. What was that again, Sydney?
Okay, so if you follow the link that we posted by exclamation point, I think it's free shit, you can have one of these or be entered in a chance to win one of these amazing dice bags from the incredible Cognitive Merchants. Now, they are freaking fantastic and have given us these extras. So make sure to go follow us on Twitter and find the tweet, basically, and go do the things.
Do the ASMR one more time.
Oh yeah, this is the dice bag that they gave me. It's full of my dice.
Yeah.
That's so strong, so chunky, and so strong. So a quick recap for those who may not have the chance to see Kylie's amazing recap. If you didn't, it's on YouTube. Go see it. It's tremendous, like everything she does. But last episode, we had kicked off the first day of Ichi's side quest. This one is Costredes Maximo Lucha. It's, if you will, basically like a giant wrestling event in her hometown of South Azmacan. Her title has been stolen from her unfairly by a wrestler named El Azul Kukui Jr. And to get her title shot and avenge her honor and glory to her family's name, she has entered a 30-man battle royale. Winner gets the title shot after a grueling 2 hours of over-the-top wrestling, everyone playing a new NPC every couple of minutes. Ichi came out on top, victorious, hand raised, and then the lights went out. And if you know wrestling, you know what this usually means. With a loud thud and a sharp sting to the back of Sam's head, she woke with all the lights back on, and her rival and her 2 tag teammates had just beat her up with steel chairs and announced that they were a new wrestling stable, The Nightmare, and that they were going to make her life a living nightmare. And she issued a challenge that on the 3rd day, she gets a title shot in a match of her choosing. But as they were about to beat her up some more, she was saved by her former assistant, Chanti, who is now the goddess of fire wrestler known as Chantico. I said it wrong. I said Chantecado. I messed that up. But the point is, she is now reunited with her assistant, who is now, a wrestler in her own right. And this is where we're going to pick things off at the end of the first day after all this revelation. And we're going to start with our heroes, doing an introduction as to who they are. And we'll go from there. So let's kind of bridge this gap a little easier for the first time followers. Sam, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Well, hello. I'm Sam Sterling, and I'm playing Ichipokton Papakui, also known as La Pacifica Dorita. And our pronouns are she, her.
Excellent. Next up, Michael Powell, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Well, I am the man who makes it rain. Money, Mr. Michael Powell, and I play the fabulous Rufa. Did it this time. And I play Rufa, who is a investigator, and our pronouns are he, him, they, them.
Awesome possum. Next up, Ian, tell me who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hey guys, my name is Ian. I play Woodward and his friend Mush. He is a gnome druid, and our collective pronouns are he, him.
Excellent. Sidney, who are you? Who are you playing? Pronouns, what are they?
Hello, my name is Sidney Rubino. I play Alona, the half-elf cloister cleric, and my pronouns and her pronouns are she, her.
Excellent. And last and certainly not least, Kylie, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Sorry, I was being a little dice gremlin. Hi, I'm Kylie, or I go by Kai. It really doesn't matter at this point. I play Shionomus, the Elven Ranger, and we both go by she, her. Those weren't great rolls, but it's okay.
Get them out now. My name is PJ Megaw. I am the GM for Edge of Legends and Nat 20 Productions. My pronouns are he, him, and I'll be playing everyone and everything in between. Before we go too far in, there's a bit of a vote down below. If you saw, we had a lot of things. The voting, apparently the managers of the temple realized that due to the amazing action of the Battle Royale, they are one person short for the weekend festivities. So you get to vote as to which person who was eliminated gets a second chance at either glory or gold. Now, in the bottom so far, the options are 10,000 Trueno, El Jaguar, I believe, the Jaguar, Slamantha, and Katrina Vile, as they were both eliminated. They both have a score to settle. So if you want to potentially see some story, some beef, some combat, who knows, then put in the vote, and by the time we take our break, we will pull that hero back into the weekend festivities.
Now, I've read this poll at the bottom of this page, and you forgot one particular person.
I did. I'm so sorry. I actually got it wrong. El Jaguar is not in the running.
Yeah.
El Milagro.
El Milagro.
El Milagro is in the running. Thank you.
What
for
happened
the
to El
hint.
Jaguar?
El Jaguar is around.
He
We
got
don't
beat
need-
down too hard. He can't come back.
We're worried about too many heels again.
What is it? Instead of too many cooks in the kitchen, it's too many heels in the ring.
Absolutely. I'm seeing the votes now. I'm loving it. 10,000 Trueno. Man, Slamantha's coming out strong. So
It's because her name's Slamantha. How can you
Too
not?
bad she got beat by Katrina.
Listen, she needs a
Ooh.
redemption. That's why.
If you're ever wondering if we fight, everyone watching at home, it's about the lucha match that we just had. That's what we fight about.
yeah,
That's it.
it got
Watch
real.
it all on our
It was-
YouTube channel right now.
Right. It was taken from me.
Absolutely. Yeah, and as Michael said, you could check out that episode on YouTube. Just look us up and you'll find us there. Now, before I forget, I want to make sure I get everyone's downtime actions because the festivities, probably this whole tournament today ended probably like about dinner time, like 6, 7, 8 p.m. So you have like some time in the night to do something before you go to bed. As each downtime actions go, you can have a role play one-on-one with a PC or an NPC, your choice. You can do something personal. You can build something. You can train yourself in something, get stronger, learn a new skill, etc. We're just gonna go around and figure out what you want to do for your downtime actions. assign a role, or give you a few minutes of role play, and then go to the next day of today's Maximo Lucha. Okay, so let's see. Let's start with Ian. Ian, what do you want to do for your downtime action?
So I spent my last downtime action looking over this book of poetry, and I think I'm gonna let all of the spectacular and theatrical things I saw over the last match kind of ruminate for a while. I think I'm actually gonna focus on, if I can, making hooch, which I feel is probably something that somebody else in the ring may need at this point.
Okay, excellent, excellent. So for that, give me a crafting check.
Right.
Of course, your hooch crafting check, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, so hooch is not only do I get a +1 from knowing the goddess Rochelle, but it is also my gnomic obsession. So, so I switched dice. I found out that these dice are not for me.
Oh no.
I just spoiled a batch of hooch with a nat 1.
Oh no!
Hero point.
That's actually a really hard call. Yep, I'm using the hero point for an RP. I'm using the hero
Yay!
point for RP. Just watch as I get killed later this episode. Ooh, much better. Okay, that's a 22.
Oh, much better. Okay.
Oh yeah, I mean anything at that point.
Do it for the RP.
I've already gotten a 2 at least.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah. So I want you to tell me what it's like when you make hooch. I know we always kind of roll, but I want to hear the story of how. Tell me the tale of you making hooch.
Right. So I think overall, coming to Asmacon and experiencing new flavors and new things, I may have. I assume would work because it was mentioned 2 episodes ago. There was a cart we went to that had churros, and there was also a cart we passed up as we were going through, and one of them was selling horchata.
I knew it.
And I would love to figure out how to combine those flavors with some sort of Asmacon delicacy in alcohol form. So I think knowing those flavors, Woodward is probably going to talk to some people or someone who would feed people very well, which is most likely the cook behind the scenes of this giant Royal Rumble. I've set those up before. They feed their crew fantastic. If you get a job, say yes. But he wants to go talk to the cook and probably figure out if he can maybe get a few gallons or a gallon of horchata from them if possible.
Absolutely, absolutely. So it's the end of the night, and you do happen to see in the back a combination of masked and unmasked people. So people wearing the mask, they also have like apron and chef's hat. People without the masks, same thing. As they're talking to each other, like the people with the masks are being called by their mask identity, and the people without the masks are being called like what sound like pedestrian South Asmacon names. And you see this large, like built like a bear, definitely super strong, great big like belly. Looks like he gives great big warm hugs and could uproot a tree. And he is telling a story to a bunch of other chefs and laughing as he's just stirring this giant pot that's on some fire. And he kind of looks at you and he goes, "Hey, little buddy, how's it going? How can I help you?"
Hey, yeah. So look, I'm trying to figure. I had a great time out there. I don't know if you saw me. You probably didn't. The ring's a little short. I was the guy who handed Ichi the chair. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So I was wondering if I could keep this celebration rolling, and if I could get any horchata from you to maybe make a little bit of a spicier drink for the competitors.
Well, funny you should mention that. We're actually having a little for dessert, and he kind of pulls this giant ladle out and pours some in. You're looking at like this gigantic cauldron full of like horchata, and you can see him like chopping up like fresh churro bits and putting them in there, just stirring them until they kind of like melt into the goo. And he goes, "So we usually just drink this as like a nice little dessert drink, but are you thinking about doing something else to this kind of thing?"
Right. Well, the match is over, so it's not really a problem, right? If see, I've got a decent bottle of liqueur if you will. And I'm willing to add this into the horchata for the other wrestlers that we have here.
I think we can make something work. Now, normally we recommend rum, get that nice strong sugar to back up the vanilla and cinnamon base. But if you have something really strong you want to try, brother, I'm gonna try anything once.
Yeah, I'm not that precise on what I get yet. Um, I it kind of just goes under the umbrella term of hooch. So this is what I do have, and I think it'll work. I was also thinking about maybe putting in some of that famous Asmacon coffee.
Ooh. His eyes glow behind that mask with excitement. He gets two gigantic, the equivalent of like mason jars, and just picks up this giant soup ladle full of horchata and just scoops it till it fills up the mason jar. He gets another one out, starts scrounging around. He starts making some raw coffee, the kind that they had earlier that basically sent them over the moon. And they get this buttery, fresh, like cocoa coffee butter paste, throws it, it's like halfway filled with his mason jar. He gives you both, and he just says, all I ask, brother, is that you let me watch and have the first sip.
Yeah, of course. No, thank you so much. And Woodward is going to go on the first time they've left where they started into Asmacon. I think he's going to start taking his hooch journey around the world. And I want to start by first pouring the alcohol into the coffee to try to dilute it. And then I'm going to strain anything that else gets out of it and then add that into the horchata.
Very cool. Yeah, and with that 22, you make this amazing, it has that kind of warm, chocolatey, almost like meaty flavor of the coffee and that buttery rich flavor that they mix in. But then you get that sweet, creamy horchata and that nice, zesty cinnamon and vanilla kick. And then the liqueurs you're moving in there, it almost kind of plays off the palate, so it ends all these flavors with a nice sharp bite.
So I think Woodward having this and trying a little bit as he's mixing and everything, and he finds this ratio that he wants to start passing around. He's gonna stir the pot backstage because it's all he saw what was done in the ring, and he's gonna stand up on top of a bench, which makes him about as tall as everybody else, and he's gonna lift the concoction high and say, "A drink to the rightful owner of the belt." And he starts screaming at the top and just trying to cast as much shade at everybody who was a part of that tag team as possible. He got super into this when he was able to pass a chair into the ring, so he's kind of a fan now. And then he's going to start passing it out, but I want to leave enough left for 2 drinks. I want to put one aside for Rochelle because as long as I'm making alcohol, I think she should try it. And the second is for the proper owner of the belt herself, Ichi.
All right. Easily doable, that 22. And everyone is, the chefs are all taking notes on what you did. They're taking sips, their minds being blown. They're like, we need to start doing this. They're kind of eyeballing the recipe and going, okay, I think I kind of have like the idea of it. And they're like, what do we call this? What should we call this drink?
Oh, that's a hard one. But I do want to say, okay, before that, Woodward, he's definitely, he's going to do his Lord's work and he's going to pass out that recipe for free. So anything that he has and everybody can make, I'm totally fine with it. Oh, damn, that's good.
I like that.
Both are, I'm getting, okay, so we have a chat at the bottom as we're using this, and now I'm getting things that sound better. I am going to name it. I am going to name it after the girl herself, the woman who's won the ring, the rightful champion, and I'm going to call it the Ichata, which I'm very excited about.
I think that is canon. The Ichata is now canon in South Asmacon.
So with a Ichata Bun Boys crossover, it'll happen. So he kind of holds this. He's holding this drink and he's looking over all of it, and he pours it a higher being, maybe somebody who runs a show somewhere distance off. Puts a small little word in the back of his head, and he dubs it. Well, this here I call the Ichata. And then he starts pouring it around in glasses.
Nice. I love that. So just kind of giving you like a little like a fast forward kind of flash forward thing. When you come back and check on the glass that you left out for Rochelle, you come back and you find that it is completely empty.
Perfect.
All right, next up, Sidney. What is Alona doing this downtime before day 2 of this wonderful wrestling tournament?
She's trying to get strong.
Guess what?
Trying to get
All
strong.
right. Give me an athletics check, and then from there we'll talk about your workout routine.
All right. Okay. Athletics check. I can do this. She's been working out. She can. That's not that bad. That's pretty bad. She got a 13.
Oh, that's good. No, that's really, really good. Okay, so you got
Above
a
10.
13.
It's above 10.
It is above a 10, and that was a really great start. It's all we needed. So 13, count that as another strike, as a success. And tell us about your workout, who you're working out with, by yourself, whatever, and what you doing.
Well, on my quest to get strong, Ilona is just like, she's like, okay, all right. She's like, and then she like tries to do a push-up and realizes she doesn't know how. She's no idea how. So she kind of just like looks around and she like tries like a bunch of different ways. She tries like in, she tries out. She realizes she can't do out at all. She tries in again, and then she just kind of looks around the gym area that I assume other people are in, and she looks around for a friendly looking person that is strong that might be able to help her with the push-ups.
Do you want to have a specific NPC, a Lucha NPC, a PC? Who do you want to have come in?
I'm okay with. I was like maybe it's Morel, but he already helped me out originally, so it could be somebody else.
Okay, I mean that's your choice. If you'd like to have an NPC, you have a lot of Lucha NPCs who are hanging out.
PJ,
Yeah.
can I have Samantha? Can Samantha help me? Like, she got knocked out of the ring and she's coming back. Can she help me?
Absolutely. So you see Samantha, just a powerhouse with her mask, and she's just kind of walking around. She sees you and she goes, "Hey, what you doing there? What are you working on?"
I would like to build this muscle here. I think that's how it works, because this muscle is this good for punching?
That's a start. She kind of like, she grabs you and faces you in front and she goes, "Okay, well, punch comes from your feet, moves through your hips," and she's kind of placing her hand like each part, and then it comes from your shoulder. The tricep is just kind of the last little bit of extension that isolates your arm and your wrist, so you don't like get the feedback to your elbow too much.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So to learn how to punch, I not only have to be strong, but I have to know how to stand?
Yeah, well, it's kind of like a dance, and you see her start doing this. I mean, she's just jacked. She is this like unit of muscle and power and femininity, and she's like, yeah, so just like dancing, and she starts doing this amazing oh, I'm gonna butcher the language, but let's just say she does this amazing dance, like fast footsteps, like really great hip control, and it's almost like she was a dancer at one point. She is so graceful despite her just absolute size.
Unitness.
Unitness, yes.
Wait, can that be a description? They are on a scale of 1 to unit. They are over
One entire unit.
one entire unit.
The unitness is strong in this one.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so Alona's gonna see if she can try and like mimic her moves. But Alona's never danced ever. Wait, that's a lie. She did dance. I think that was episode 9. I think
Yeah.
on stage with Rufa. Yeah, I think she know. I think she kind of knows how to dance, but not like that.
40 episodes ago.
I was just gonna say it's only been 40 episodes since you last danced. No, I think probably. Anyway,
Yeah.
So basically she kind of puts her hands on your hips and she starts kind of moving your hips for you, and she goes, "Now bend your knees. Now bend your knees." And she's just kind of moving you through it. And she goes, look, don't be weird about this, okay? I used to be a professional dance instructor before I found my lucha way, okay? I'm trying to help you through this.
It's like, oh, that's so cool. You know, you'd really like my friend Rufa.
Oh, which one was Rufo? Was he the little guy that gave a chair to that one girl?
No, that's Woodward. Rufa is the tall-ish human. Wears a lot of leopard print. Is kind of sneaky, but not in a bad way. And yeah, he used to be, I think, a dance person. I think he was a dance person. I don't know. His mystery. He's a lot. I don't know.
Well, you know, sometimes the mask is our true face, and sometimes the mystery is who we are without the mask. So I'm sure he is trying to figure out what his mystery is in his own way.
Oh, you know, that's really fascinating. I haven't thought about that before. Thank you. You're full of knowledge in all sorts of ways, dancing and punching and insightful things. Do, do you know Ichi?
Was she the champion that came back, won the whole 30-man royale?
Oh, she won? Yes! Yes, she did! Yes! Yeah, that's Ichi. That's my friend.
Oh my, well, it's, you tell her I said it's great to have her back, and if she gets near me again, I'm gonna power bomb her. It's like a friendly thing. It's what we power wrestlers do. It's like, hey, how you doing? And we throw each other. It's no big deal.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell her that. I'm sure she'd love to hear that. She's so friendly, and she, like, you know, it's funny because she's so strong, and I want to be strong like her. And she was also kind of teaching me how to work out and get stronger, because getting strong is really important if you want to punch things and also help your friends. Which, you know, is good because I feel like I know a lot of like natural, like self-defense type of things, but I'm not really super good at it. But you know, I'm getting better, and that's what matters. Sorry. Yeah. I really like my friends a lot. They're cool. They have a lot of great qualities. It sounds like you would get along with actually most of them. Maybe not Shionibus. She's a little.
Well, you know,
might.
I envy that you get along with your friends. Sometimes friendship can be a little one-sided sometimes, but you know what? Hey, everything starts with a little step, and then a little shimmy, and then you commit the hips, and you just go through it. And you see her just kind of like moving backwards, dancing this beautiful quick step, and she just, with her large muscular frame, and she just says, "It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips." And she just kind of turns and leaves you to your fighting dance lesson.
Sweet.
Making a note really fast while I'm doing that. Kylie, what do you want to do for your downtime?
I imagine she's definitely chilling with Woodward in this. Oh, I guess he left the stands, huh? She probably hasn't left the stands. We're still, this is while the fight's going on, or is this after?
Oh, this is after.
Lost
Yeah,
track.
so everything is
Okay.
done, and this is kind of in between days.
Sick. I got distracted by my dogs and missed a whole lot.
Oh, it's great.
She'd probably just wander around town, and she's going to take out her, she's going to find a bench and take out the paper and quill and ink that she got from Zebel, and kind of just sketch some stuff.
Okay. So you're just kind of drawing like any old thing?
Specifically, she's gonna do like one of like Anubis, and like, yeah, that's gonna be one. And then she's gonna take out another paper, and it's going to be kind of an architectural mural of her home, like of like the palace.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Do you want me to, you know, just have a nice moment with this, maybe talk to an NPC, or do you want me to mess with you on this one?
You decide.
Okay, well, if that's the case, I'm going to use this time to show off the waffle maple syrup dice set that they made for me. I'll show you more later. This is the awesome D20, with the 20 side being, if I can find it, this awesome logo of their waffles. But more than that, they also made this amazing 1D2 waffle token. It's in the colors of Nat 20 Productions.
Gosh.
The green and blue with the silver in it. And there's so many more. I wanted to mention this earlier, but I couldn't. But Thank you so much, Waffle Maple Syrup. This was worth all the pennies for the commission. So here's how we're gonna do this.
Beautiful.
Syrup side up. I'm gonna mess with you. Not mess with you. Okay.
I think that's called the
Bring it
bear
on.
waffle.
The bear waffle. Okay. So really fast, give me a crafting check as you are drawing.
Not performance.
Do you want to make a show out of it? Because I will absolutely let you
No.
make a big performance out of your drawing.
God, no.
All right.
That's a 7. She doesn't remember much of her home.
How many hundreds of years?
So you are drawing, and you start drawing, and you're looking at it, and it looks exactly as your strongest memory of the massive flagstone citadel and all of the powerful magics of home and the fresh breeze and beautiful golden sunlight. And as you stare at it, you have this really weird moment where you're looking at, when you look at something so long that you hyperfixate and it doesn't even make sense anymore. As you're staring at it, you can almost see nothing but scratches and scribbles on the parchment. And then finally you see this little figure of a drawing. And you're like, I don't remember drawing that. Did I draw that? I drew so many different small touches here. I don't know what this is. And the drawing looks to you and it says, with a voice in your head, "Stay strong, my love. I'm coming."
Ow! Just hit my knee against the table.
You wanted to hurt her emotionally, but you hurt her physically.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Unexpected.
It's an impressive power at that range.
Yeah. Wow. This GM, guys.
Y'all, don't flatter me like this. Yeah, so that's what you hear in your head. You can choose to end that there or continue digging into it.
She's going to write on the paper and to see if she'll get a response. And be like, just who are you? Like a question mark. Oh no.
You can feel in your chest the tension of someone who wants to say words but can't get it out. And as you can feel that pressure of fire building in the lungs, you can almost feel a sigh coming through someone's nostrils as no words or responses pop up on the paper or in your mind.
She's going to write something again. If this is you, say the last thing you ever said to me.
In the back of your head, you can almost feel a warm sensation like a finger under your chin, kind of perching your face up a bit. And you can hear his voice say, "I'll be back, I promise."
V2 Sidney. She's going to just stare at the paper just for a hot minute and then fold it, like crease it, like fold it a couple times and then just like stick it in her bag or her pocket, whatever she has. I can't even remember anymore.
Okay. Good. Okay. Anything else you want to do with that scene, or you want to go have some ichata?
Yep. We're finding a tavern and we're drinking the night away.
All right. Next up, Rufa. Downtime actions. What do you want to do?
All right. Well, first of all, let's collect his winnings.
Glad you asked. You go to the bookie who gives you 404 gold pieces back. So double your money since you were successful in the bet. Ichi's odds being 2-1 to get the whole thing. And there you go.
Great. And while he's there, I was wondering if I could do some deception. Let's get a little devious here.
Okay. What's your plan?
I want to kind of I'm not sure how to do this. Entirely sure how to do this, but he's basically gonna be like, yeah, Itchy won though, but I'm not quite sure she can quite do the job, especially after she got injured from that come from behind attack to basically drive the odds up. I'm looking to drive the odds to 5-1 if I can, but I'll be happy with a 4-1 if I can.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. I want you to give me a deception, as you're kind of lying and bamboozling and hustling. If you get a crit, that will be 5-1. If you get a dirty 20 or above, that will be a 4. The DC to beat is basically a 22.
Right.
So about 20, 22. Sorry. So dirty 20 up is 4. Just beat a 20.
It's over a 20, so I got a 25.
Okay, so it's not a crit, but you are still able to. So the guy looks at you and goes, "That is up for us to decide how the rankings are gonna go." Hey, Miguel, listen. Yeah. She's got to go. But she's been challenged to that big crazy match. Yeah, against the champion. Yeah, the one who's been killing people in the ring. Yeah, we need to maybe be more realistic with our chances here. Yeah, it's just on her opponent, the challenger. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna offer 4-1 on those odds, and those are our bets. If you want to play the bet pool during the match, you can, but understand the odds will change as the match goes.
Oh,
But you can be locked into 4-1 now.
that is. Rufa does not like these odds. They're very bad odds. But do you mind if Rufa makes also possibly a side bet as well?
We can do side bets now before the match. What did you have in mind?
Well, Rufa hears over grapevine that there might be perhaps need to be another entry. They might. Rufa hearing that they might give another luchador another chance at this. So, what are the odds on that?
Well, you're gonna have to give me a specific name, otherwise, there's no betting.
How about it looks like 1 second. I am.
Don't cheat and look at the poll. Don't
No, I'm
you
saying-
dare.
No. I'm saying there are was it Slamenta, 10,000 Terreno, El Megagro, Katina Vile. Those are the fun names. And let's say Lufa will put his money on Slamantha for as a side bet that she will get chosen. It is very close, but he'll put Rufa counts out 50 gold on that. And you know what? Rufa will let what's it? He pulls out 300 gold from his winnings. Put that on Itchy to ride. Rufa is gambling man.
Okay, add a character, putting that note down, 300 gold in Ichi to win with 4-1 odds. So you can potentially quadruple that money. And you put 50 gold on who for the poll?
Slamantha.
Slamantha.
That's a side bet.
All right.
I just think it's wonderful that you're actually betting in game on how the Twitch picks poll goes.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
So don't fail me, chat.
Yeah, they're gonna be so. He's gonna be so nervous. It's
You
gonna,
know, especially
Michael, stop looking at the poll. You're supposed to be on.
Yeah, Paul. So if you want to weigh in on whether or not Rufa gets money, you can completely change your voting now. You can either go super big for Slamantha or just like really back 10,000 Trueno. Or maybe give El Milagro a second chance. Look, I'm not here to tell you how to wrestle. I'm just here to tell you to do it. All right. So last but not least, the money is in, the bets are made. The odds on Slamantha coming back, I'm gonna put at a 2-1. Because right now there's a really good chance that she's probably coming back.
We'll see.
And well, it's a safe bet. And Sam, you've had Ichata before or after this. It's up to you. What is your downtime action? What NPC, PC, physical action are you going to talk to or do before the next day of the tournament?
So I think after the shock of seeing Chanti as this, luchadora wears off, she's going to invite her to come meet her friends. And I think I'll probably walk in after Woodward has made his ichchata, and we'll all have a round of ichchata together.
Awesome. Then I'm going to make a GM call if you don't mind. I'm going to stick all of this happening, the boozing, the friending, and the drinking the sorrows away of the painting in the same location, if you will. So you guys are all together with Chanti, now going by the name Chantico. Open up whenever you guys are ready. I'll play Chantico.
So Ichi walks in and sees, I would assume, you all congregating to Woodward's new concoction. And she's like, well, everyone, won. And but not the whole thing, not yet. I still have, my belt is still in the hands of that thief. But good news. This is my assist. This is a new luchador, Shanti, that I know.
Hola, I'm Chantico. It's good to meet you.
Hi. It's very nice to meet you too. This is really cool, especially the way that you came in and saved our friend. So thank you for doing that. It's real nice of you. We don't know a whole. She stops herself. We've heard so much about you. So much about you. But we don't know who you are now. So do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself? How life has been since Ichi's been gone?
Sure. So I was her assistant for a while. We were traveling, and I'd get her lots of coffee and help her.
She was really good at it.
Thank you. And then she left a few months ago. And I didn't really have a job or anything to do. And then I had the mask, but it was just an identity of an assistant. It wasn't really my spirit. So I went out on my spiritual journey. And when I went out and started, kind of learning myself and seeing things, I was just surrounded by fire. And there was this woman, she was made of fire. And I just remember feeling just this absolute joy wash over me, but absolute pain as well, as I'm surrounded by flame, and I could smell the smell of coffee being made. Like, even on the spiritual journey, I just felt like all I am is just someone who gets coffee for people. And then the woman looks at me and she said, "No, Chanti, you are not complete. You are Chantico. You are the goddess of fire, pain, and pleasure. What is coffee if not something that is made by fire, that gives great pain and yet excels to great joy in people?" And that's when I realized the reason why I was so good at getting coffee is because I'm coffee. I'm fire. I am Chantico. I'm a goddess. And that's when I went to the mask maker, El Todo Fuerte, and I told him my story. And he told me that I had to have a new mask made right away. And I had a new mask made and I donned it. And the minute I donned it, the spirit of fire came over me. And that's when I realized I'm Ifriti as well. There's a fireball inside my body. I'm a living just flame. And then I got a job at a coffee shop.
Can I do a religion check? Real
Yes.
fast? Okay, cool.
Absolutely.
Cool.
While you do that, Ichi's like, yeah, and the coffee's really good there.
Yeah.
You see this kind of bittersweet, like, thank you, Ichi.
That's a dirty 20 for a religion check.
All right, what do you want to know with the religion check?
So is she what is she? Is she actually a god? Is she an avatar? Is she like a champion? Who's a freak team?
So you're definitely picking up, the more you look like into her eyes, the more you see like this kind of smoldering fire kind of like naturally occurring within her. She's a dwarf Afriti kind of combination, so she's like part dwarf, part like fire genie elemental type person. But the more you look into her eyes, you realize, yeah, she is the avatar of Chantico, the goddess of fire, pain, pleasure, and volcanoes.
Oh wow, that's freaking cool as hell. Alona's just immediately just enthralled by this person who's just like, you gods, I gods, not God yet, not God never. We don't know. Anyway, so you are, wow. So when your goddess she just wants to interview her now. She's like, so when your goddess like approached you and like you went on this whole spiritual journey, like did she appeared in her like corporeal form? Like, did you smell any burning perchance? Like, did you get like a full physical reaction, or was it like just visions?
No, it was a lot of burning. I mean, some of it smelled like roasted dark bean coffee, but I could also smell just like fire burning, like a campfire site. Like both, like someone was making really good dark roast bean coffee on a campfire site at like, I don't know, 8 a.m. as the sun is just starting to settle on the horizon.
Yeah, we did that once. Remember when we went? Well, I took you on a camping trip.
Yeah,
like my assistant.
Yeah, I remember you. I had to carry some of your stuff because it clashed with your scarf and your boots.
Yeah, I don't like camping that much. I learned. But you did a really great job then. And also, I mean, honestly, we haven't had a whole bunch of time to talk, except for back in the coffee shop. But I think this is a good look on you.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I've never felt like I wasn't good enough. I always took pride in my work, but now I feel good. I feel present and stronger. I really like who I am now.
Oh my god. Out of character. So does this mean that Ichi was like the ex that was holding her back? Is that what this is? Oh no! Oh no!
We're supposed to be done with cringe moments, guys.
Yeah, I
see you all hurting so bad, and I love it.
Like, I don't know how long ago I literally put in chat, I want to change my necklace moment to listening her tell the story of the day Ichi left.
And like, this is her bad haircut moment, except she glowed up. She glowed up. Revenge dress. This is her revenge dress.
The bangs worked.
Look, ladies, I'm just gonna say, if you ever want a revenge dress or revenge bangs, get a lucha mask, get into tip-top fighting shape, and live your best goddamn goddess of fire life.
Yeah. Go work at a coffee shop.
We should have that on a t-shirt.
DJ, could Rufa look over at Chonibus and goes, "It is tale as old as time. Girl loses job. Girl goes on a vision quest. Girl becomes a fire luchadora. Story as old as time, right?"
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my mom read that to me as a bedtime story.
And also, I just want to make it clear to Sidney that Ichi has zero idea that Shanti has any like goddess energy right now. She's just like Yeah, like, well, we all go on our spirit journeys, you know. So it's just like, yeah, like she's
Hmm.
getting into luchadoring. She probably got that from working with me, you know.
Ilona's just gonna go to Ichi and be like, Ichi, no. Ichi. So you know how you do the smashy thing and then I do like the gaudy stuff? Well, actually, you know, now that I think about it, everyone's kind of starting to do the gaudy stuff, so I really don't know anymore, existential crisis. Anyway, but I've been doing the gaudy stuff for a really long time now, and she's like she's glowing.
Yeah, like she seems like she had a really healthy transformation. And she's obviously been working out, so I would agree she's glowing.
So you notice she worked out.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, she looks good. She looks good.
She does.
She obviously has moved on, okay?
I, that's yeah, it's okay, right? Yeah, I'm not gonna. Anyway, so John Dico, it is so amazing to meet you. Do you have any insight on what this next battle is going to mean for Ichi? Because you came in and you saved her from getting beaten by 3 terrifying people. And now you're going to help them. You're going to help Ichi fight them. Is that tomorrow? What's going on?
So generally the rules for this event is it's a 3-day celebration where we all get to come together and glorify our culture of lucha. We have the first challenge day to see what the weekend's going to be like, who's going to get to continue and do their own thing. But since she won the championship title belt, she gets to go straight to the third and final day. Now, when you're the champ, you're kind of in control of everything. So tomorrow we're gonna see if Azul Kakui Jr. has any plans for you guys, but she is a sadist and she has taken more than just masks in the ring in the past couple of months while you've been gone. There's been a few fatalities in the ring and outside of the ring directly because of her. And everyone wonders where the Dragon of the Temple is because the Dragon of the Temple is the protector of our whole way of life, everything. And she hasn't shown up and we don't know why. So whatever she's got in plan, she's either going to take your mask or she's going to take something else from you, but she's giving you a chance at her title because I think she kind of has to. The 9 hells in a cell match is not pretty. Imagine, if you will, 9 smaller, like 9 cages stacked on top of each other, and every single cage is filled with different weapons and different things, and you don't get to go to the next one until someone breaks you through it, and you're only allowed to rip the mask off when you get to the final 9th stage of the 9 hells in the cell. Nothing's illegal. Anything can happen. All bets are off. And when you're finally at the bottom, that's when you get to try to take the mask off them if you have any strength left. She'll probably have her friends La Llorona and La Chupacabra there to make sure that when she gets to the 9th stage of hell, she has an overwhelming advantage because she cheats to win. Yeah, so tomorrow's going to decide if she's going to have any weird games for you to play. She'll probably throw you in front of a jobber match so she can try to beat you up some more. Or she'll just have her goons chase you around the back lot and beat you up until you can't really fight. But you can't not show up. If you're not there for all 3 days, you forfeit.
Well, of course I'm gonna show up because that thing is rightfully mine. And it sounds like El Kukui is creating chaos in this ring. And that's not what Lucha is about. Even though, we're all fighting each other all the time. It's about the community, and it's about our history together. And I just want there to be kind of a peace between all of us and an understanding of what we do and a respect for the art, for the craft, and I don't know, even if I get my ass beat, you'll be there.
Yeah, I'll be
It'll
there.
be fine.
Absolutely. Hey, and you know what? They say, no one gets into this for making friends. They only do this to make ends meet, to get ahead. But, maybe the strategy is let's make as many friends as we can tomorrow. Get some allies. If you show people you still got it and you're good on your word and you're effective, who knows?
Yeah, I think you're right. Did you see that Slamantha? Like, damn,
Right?
she's really upped her game.
Yeah. Like she's more than just head presses. Now she's doing like diving moves. Like she's really growing her skill. I like it a lot.
Well, Shanti, I think that this just gestures to all of her gloriousness. I think this suits you really well. And I can always get my coffee somewhere else. Just,
Well, I mean, you don't have to go someplace else. Okay. Look, when I was working for you, I put all of my hopes for myself in you, and that's not fair to me, and that's not fair to you. And yeah, I've been a little butthurt about it, let's be honest, but like losing you is one of the greatest things I needed for myself, and having you back as a friend, like that's not something I want to lose. I'm sorry. I'm not being graceful with all this, and I'm so happy that you're back. I'm sorry.
well, I don't I don't know if you're the one who needs to be sorry. But anyway, Woodward, how's that hooch you got there? What is this new concoction you have? I see looks delicious. Is that churros?
Woodward he's like, if you look down, Woodward is like trying to have a conversation with Mush, even though he doesn't speak common. He's just like ignoring the entire thing that's happening next to them, trying to wait to give like Ichi her drink. Uh, and he turns around. And he's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, no, Mush and I were in a yeah. Here's Ichada." He like hands it up to her. Yeah,
Chana?
yeah. I had, well, one of the cooks back there had the coffee you liked, and then the horchata, which we passed up earlier, and I just figured everyone back here needed a drink anyway.
She tries it.
Except those three bastards at the end, am I right? Where are they, huh? Don't.
After taking a big swig, she's like, "You're right. This is too delicious for them to ever taste. We should put like a disclaimer, like when we get the brand deals, that they can never have it."
Oh yeah, no, we totally can. And there's more chairs. Like the arena is made of chairs. I don't know why everyone else wasn't passing them. They're everywhere. So I mean, we got more of those too.
Ichi says, "Do you have some more for Chanti to try?"
Yeah, sure. Hi. Drinks, not chairs, right? And he just kind of looks at both of them. Thanks, great, cool, drinks. And Woodward's going to go over and kind of the batches that he has created, and I think has moved on from maybe the first batch being his hooch, but it's run on to whatever else anybody had. So I don't know if it's exactly the same drink, but the bottom of the bottle that he was going to save for another talk, he ends up pouring into a glass, seeing that the recipe's been messed with already, and then walks over and gives it to her.
Okay.
The true original Ichada.
Yeah.
Ichi's going to kind of make sure everyone gets drinks. Be like, "We worked hard today. It's time to get drunk now, because it may be our last night on Earth. Well, not you, just me. I might get lucha so hard I die. It's a possibility. It may not be, a big possibility, because I'm pretty good. But anyway, just drink the hooch." And Shanti, I'm going to give you your first lesson in lucha, although you've got a lot going on, but the next level, branding. Rufa, let's talk. And then they'll just like go off into a corner and discuss the concept of Shanti Cola and how after all this is over, maybe before they leave, her and Rufa can help Chanti get some brand deals
Yeah.
and launch her career so she can quit the coffee shop.
Real quick before that happens, Rufa's gonna pass Chonovis her 4 gold coins that that they bet, and kind of whispered, "The betting was very good. Rufa recommends maybe voting on Ichi's next bet 4-1 odds to make a decent amount of money."
And she's gonna like whisper, given she just got beaten down by a chair, coin flip. I don't know, bud.
Sometimes life is about risk, and sometimes you got to push it forward.
I don't know. I've had a lot of risk in my life, and I think I'm cool. I'm good.
Very fair. It is fair. It is fair. Anyway, if you wish, that is the odds right now. Right now, though, Rufa has a business meeting with Ichi and Chanti.
You said 4 gold, right?
Yes, he gave her 4 gold.
Add it to the stash.
So I'm going to skip the discussion on branding and everything, but I will say that Chantico or Chanti, her main passion for Chanti Cola is to have a nice dark cola drink mixed with cinnamon and cayenne pepper. So it's got a nice warm burn at the end of it, and she says it's best served cold and goes great with food. So that'll be happening later. Now, awesome downtimes. Everyone gets a hero point for all your awesome roleplay and investments in each other. Next day arrives. Yeah, it's like New York, Madison Square Garden, day 2. Like the electricity is in everyone in South Asmakon. Every lucha walking the streets, in or out of the tournament is just being heralded like a national hero and a celebrity in the same breath. Even people who are injured and lost, they're like, "No, you're still amazing. Oh my God, we love you. Did what we can. Like you're our protectors. You're amazing." Oh, I'm so sorry, Sidney. Your audio is dead.
No, it's okay. I'm mouthing it, so I'm not interrupting. I'm
Oh,
just shouting, Pangolina!
I
Pangolina!
definitely thought you were going, hoopla!
Rufa's going, money!
So you guys,
We all doing this is Woodward. Cheers! Cheers!
Ichi's coffee? No, not you, Shanti.
shot is like I got coffee. No, old habits.
Not anymore.
She gets like some cold coffee and she like uses her finger. You see a fire like burst from her fingertip and starts cooking the coffee. And she's like, "Okay, this one's just for me then." So flash forward, we're now in the temple. It is about 12:30 in the afternoon. Everyone in South Osmicon is there. If they don't have a seat, they are standing. If they are, if they're a child, they're being in a trusty like person's lap, like just everyone's stacked up. And the one of the people come walking out, very gorgeous robes of the temple, white, gold, silver, and just this beautiful rainbow technicolor trim all over. They have this beautiful headdress with this golden sun disk and like a feather of different colors kind of around that, and it goes into a golden half mask around the face. They take it off and they introduce themselves as Ugar Teka. And Ugar Teka is the head priest of the temple. And he says that basically, as being the temple head priest, I'm allowed to take my mask off because it is a ceremonial mask only. This is so that we can continue the culture that we started, that we passed on, that we thrive. And I show you my regular face to reach out to Lucha and people like, as today we begin the second day of this great journey. And without further ado, and then suddenly you hear this toot, 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 and a familiar voice goes, "Is this thing on?" And you hear this dark and creepy music playing as suddenly a shadow is cast over the entire arena. And Ella Zulkukui Jr. and her 2 friends come walking to the arena, and they just kind of shove the priest down, and they say, Seems a little early for a nightmare, but I guess sometimes daydreams can be horrific too. Everyone in the temple. It is I, your waking fear, and I'm calling out Ichi. Come to the center of the ring. Little man with the robes, stand up. I want to have a contract signing right now.
Ichi turns to, like a security guard or whoever's nearby. She's like, what are they doing? What? They want me to sign a contract?
She continues, she says, That's right. That's right. I have to make sure I have paper and pen to make sure I get your ass in all 9 hells of that cell. I'm going to make sure that you don't run away back to Adelphon like you did before. But this time, I'm putting it into my terms. I'm the champ after all. And if you're going to really take this gold back, you're going to do it my way.
Ichi looks around, and I assume she's like pretty far away from this. She looks for like maybe like the ring announcer, somebody who has like a microphone, and just kind of grabs it and is like, listen, I don't sign anything without my lawyer. I don't care who you are. I don't care that you have my belt. I don't care that you stand up there and you push poor little priests down without any care for their arthritic knees. Rude. All right, bring that contract, but you're gonna have to wait 10 to 15 minutes for my lawyer to get here. All right. She drops the mic.
As she says that, Rufa just kind of slides in, like, just slowly.
And she's like, no, Rufa,
Sideways.
take your time. It's got to be dramatic. Take your time.
Sideways.
Elizul, actually really fast, since you're now all eyes on Elizul Kakui Jr., give me a perception check. And
Me?
yes, Sam, really, I imagine at this point everyone's looking at her, so if you all want to, you can all make a perception check on her as well.
15.
15, okay.
I got a 25.
25, excellent.
14.
14 from Kylie.
27.
27 from Sidney. Is that a critical 20? Critical fail. So you're too busy just getting like, your prince-ness ready to go and purple rain up on that stage. While you're doing that, I want Sidney and Ian to give me your choice, medicine check or religion check. And Sam, I want you to give me a lore check. Just a good old general lore, nothing specific. We'll use that as a...
Not gladiator lore?
Actually, I'll allow that.
Medicine check or religion check? What do you want to do, Ian? Because I'll do whatever you don't want to do. I'm good at both.
Woodward's entire understanding of religion is a shot glass around his neck. So I'm going to go for the medicine check.
Cool. Great.
And I got a 19.
19 medicine.
Yeah.
All right.
28. Religion.
Yep. Sam, what was your gladiator lore check?
A 27 gladiator lore.
Nice. So firstly, you know one thing is for sure. She is not going to leave that arena until you and your lawyer get in there and sign these papers. And you also know this is for sure a trap. However, the thing that makes this trap so dangerous is that if you don't agree by the right of the temple, you forfeit your title shot.
Okay.
She has you hook and crook on this one.
With that knowledge, would I think it was a good idea to bring the rest of the party with me as my entourage?
I will say with that knowledge, you can do whatever you want to defend yourself from a very plausible ambush.
Okay. Got it. Okay. I know what I'm going to do.
Now, before we go any further, there's something else that you know about that gladiator lore, but I'm going to put a quick pin in that because we're going to get to that in just a second. The three of you look at Azul Kukui Jr., and there's a few things. Number one, her mask is different. Before, she had this kind of like, black patent leather mask with like black and all these different other colors on it. It was very traditional, kind of gave you a sense that she kind of had an edge to her. It's now a different color. It's a very different mask. It's a very unusual look. Like the eye holes are very weird. It looks like the whole thing was done with like scissors, a knife, and some like leather thread. Ian, you know what skin looks like when it's been tanned and leathered. You realize that her mask is human skin that is now she is wearing as a mask. You can almost see the last like vestiges of lips around hers. And it's definitely been tanned and leathered, and the stitching is definitely like shoe leather, just kind of like stitching it close by. Sidney, looking at the mask on her face, you see a rather unusual series of symbols that you've never recognized, and you notice that around her mouth, the mouth has been artificially sliced to this garish smile. And you don't know what this is a reference to, but you know it's a reference to something bad. That being said, cut back to Sam. You've been hearing rumors all day that no one's been able to find the original El Azul Kukui. He's missing. He's very old, too. It's possibly he's died of natural causes in his bed like any old warrior would. Lord, they get beat up so often. But you happen to know that no one is calling El Azul Kukui Jr. anymore. They're correcting each other. She is now El Azul Kukui. Some people say two, the number two, to distinguish the difference between the two people. But she is now the Blue Boogeyman.
That leaves a distaste in my mouth. Well, Ichi looks over her shoulder, looks back to them. She's like, picks up the mic, like, okay, just give me a minute. She's gonna go get the party together, be like, all right, everyone, I need your help. Rufa, gonna need you and your luring abilities.
What?
The rest of you, I just need your support. Is that all right?
Would if Lufa could suggest something, perhaps?
Yeah.
This is probably a trap.
Yep.
Very, it smells like a trap.
Yeah.
So perhaps if we could stage each of our other friends on the left, right, and behind them with chairs, if they do something untoward, have them rush the stage and, as you say here in Nesmagun, lay them out. The fewer concertos, perhaps.
As our master strategist, is that your opinion of what we should do?
It is Rufa's opinion, yes.
What do you guys think?
I mean, my thought was we all walked up and we took a chair for you so you could sit down, both of you, for negotiations, but he added in more chairs, so I kind of like where his head's at.
Everyone can have a chair.
Yeah, great. It's a great plan. I'm for it.
Okay,
It is ambush on top of their ambush.
I
But-
like it.
It's ambushception.
But is it an ambush if like we're just like walking up? Like I don't have to hit him with a chair to make it hurt.
How about we
neither
all
does
bring
Alona.
chairs
The chair's tradition each
for fun? Just a little bit of fun as a treat. And then we all sit in the chairs, and you're my entourage. And when it's time to throw down, we all throw down.
So like, are you gonna like sit in front of us and then we're gonna be like a line behind you, like
Something
intimidation
weird.
style?
Yeah.
Or-
Yes. Ooh, Shionobis. Yes.
I got you.
Yeah.
I like that.
What I'm
Like
good at.
like when the birds fly in a triangle when they migrate. Is
Kind
that
of.
intimidating? I don't know.
No, it's
I
not.
failed biology class, so I don't really know what that means anyway.
It's okay. I'm very good at this intimidation thing. Like, look at me. It's what I do. I got you. So we'll just like stand behind you, or I guess sit because we're all gonna have chairs. Perfect, Alona. Really, really anger in your eyes. Let me see it. There.
Ooh, good. She's so good at
There it
this.
is. The
No
eyes
one would
really
know
wide.
you have to do push-ups every day.
Yeah, no one would know. The eyes really wide is what sells.
Can I roll an intimidation check?
On whom? On El Azul Kakui?
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Yes, from the ground.
Far away, far away.
Sure, yeah.
But
Laser eyes.
With that face.
the hot zoom.
They're like their team over there is like, wait, enhance.
Right.
Oh no.
I mean, I got a 21.
Okay. So yeah, you look at Azul Kakui and you're giving her that mean dog look, and she kind of stops. She's kind of like and a nervous laughter kind of comes out, but then she stops the nervous laughter, and in your head, you just hear the nervous laughter just echo like an echo chamber. And then something goes wrong with the microphone equipment, and it just keeps repeating until this horrible, grainy, cacophonous giggle in your head.
Can I shoot one of those speakers?
Oh no, this is metaphorical. It's happening in her brain.
I was like, no, we're not having that shit. No.
That's a big
Alright.
load of nope.
So, Shionibus, you're in charge of the formation.
Got it.
Rufa, you're in charge of the contract. Alona, you're in charge of the directing our ire. Yeah. And Woodward, bring the hooch.
Right.
Let's go.
All right, so you guys all go out in forest with your tactics, your positions, your jobs, and go to meet El Azul Kukui Jr. in the middle of the ring. El Azul Kukui herself. Suddenly, you see there's like this really weird puddle of water on the ground, and it coming out of the water like some T-1000. You see this long woman with this long black wet matted hair that's just dripping behind her, and you see a white veil mask, like heavy what's what I'm looking for?
Veil?
Lace and like curtain just hanging in front of her face. It's not actually gripping her whole face, just hanging in front. And the eerie thing is, no matter what angle you look at, you can never actually see her full face. Her costume attire kind of looks more like the same, like white, lacy kind of curtain, but it's done like in a halter top and long pants, almost like some sort of like skirts kind of situation where like looks like a skirt, but it's really pants. And she's just looking at you guys with her long, almost abnormally long limbs just on the ground, like her head dripped, water just dripping off of her form. And then you hear this as like jumping out of nowhere and climbing up the temple. You see La Chupacabra herself, just this monster, like 7 to 8 feet tall, lean but heavy muscle, back haunched, and she's wearing her mask, which looks like white goat fur and a goat skull that kind of ends over her nose, and so her mouth is still visible, and these like 4 sets of goat horns going around the side of her head, and she's just covered in white fur and goat leather, and she's just and Azul Kakui just kind of looks at her 2 tag team members, and she looks at you all, and she starts laughing in this horrible harsh cackle, and then she reaches back, pulls out a piece of paper. Priest, get up here, and here's the quill. This is the only contract that we're going to be signing today. You can hate anything in there, doesn't matter. No negotiations or else forfeit. I want this signed, showing that this is going to be a nice and fair weekend until I get you in 9 cells. You can't attack me. You can't cheat. You can't hurt me in any way, shape, or form. Okay? I want this to be a fair weekend. Okay?
She holds the mic. She's like, don't worry, Junior, it will be.
And she just I'm sorry, has been, what did you call me?
Yeah, it has been a good time for you here, and now your time's almost over. So,
Well, I hope you have good dreams tonight. Now sign the contract.
Rufa, read the contract. You
All right.
said no negotiations. You didn't say no reading the contract.
I wouldn't give it to you if I didn't want you to read it. Go ahead. Read the contract.
All right. Gonna roll some legal lore to see if there's anything just in case untoward. If it's actually gonna be a legit, fair matchup.
Mm-hmm.
One plus 10. That is 29.
29.
This
Nicely
is what he
done.
does.
Heck yeah. I love that we have legal lore.
I'm just amazed that I don't know if legalities has gotten any other Pathfinder party through as much trouble as it has for us.
I know.
A player dedicated to being a lawyer. It's gotta be up there.
Look, I got a lawyer and I got a hooch hound, and damn it, I'm gonna make them fly. Okay.
Think of me as Paul Heyman of the party. I'm Itchy's advocate.
Yeah. So you look at this document. It's pretty straightforward. The language states that there's two entities involved in this contract. Participant A will be herefore be known as El Azul Kakui, and participant 2 will hereby be known as La Gran Pacificadorita. So it's calling you out by your lucha name. To which a burden of proof will be put on these entities in case anything after the fact makes think that there is tampering with those identities. So basically, like, you can't just give your mask to someone else and have them wrestle for you. That'll be against the contract. They also say these two shall not come into contact with each other directly before the match to make sure the spirit of fairness and bodily health is respected. To enforce this law, both participants of this contract will be put into a match on day 2 so that they cannot be put against each other. The match will be created and stipulated by person 1, aka Elazur Kukui. They also state that should there be any interference before the match within the ring, shall be punished by forfeit of title until at such time that the final match happens. Basically, this is like saying you two cannot touch each other until day 3 tomorrow, and that you're both gonna get a match to kind of make sure that you're busy and not beating each other up. And that match is going to be designed by Elazul Kukui herself. And then it just says at that point, when the match happens, due to the nature of the match on the 3rd day, anything goes. As accordance with the rules on day 3, literally anything is valid.
3 questions.
Mhm.
First question: that match that El Kukui is going to set up.
Mhm.
What are the stipulations for that match?
Glad you asked. On the next page, you actually see 3 check boxes for the choose your own match. All of these will say a straightforward, simple pin anywhere, any falls count anywhere match. So you can beat them up in the back if you want. You can beat them up in the ring. You can beat them up anywhere. But they say that a ref must be present. One of the priests must be present to officiate the match to make sure it is legal. And the other person must be consenting, which is why you have to check the box. So they have to inform them that, hey, by the way, Ichi's coming for you. There are 3 names on this piece of paper.
Mhm.
And these names are as follows. I have to get my special GM notes out. Oh, I had the right one. These 3 names are Cinco Chicos Llamados Jeremy. 5 guys named Jeremy.
Oh my god.
Someone named Deficilimat. And last but not least, Human Harry. Human Harry.
Is the quotes in there?
Around human, yes.
Okay, good to know.
If you want to make a gladiator lore check, I can tell you all about these entities. And Sydney, I see that look in your face. If you want to, you can make a religion check.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's a 19 for gladiator lore.
Okay. I want to get both of your checks first.
Hero point.
Hero point. Okay.
Way better. 26.
26. So first of all, 5 guys named Jeremy. You know that they are all 5 lucha wrestlers. Sam, you know they're all 5 guys who are all named Jeremy who said, "Hey, let's do this together. Hopefully that'll raise our odds." They suck. In fact, you know
no.
all 3 of these people suck. In fact, all 3 of these people are what wrestling people call jobbers. Their job, if you will, is to put other wrestlers above them to basically let them succeed. This is basically a slap in your face. She's saying you're so bad for being gone for so long. You have to get a jobber to like get the ring rust off. But these are the options you have to choose. So 5 guys named Jeremy are just 5 dudes who job professionally. You know that Human Harry really wants everyone to know that they are Human Harry. They are actually 3 goblins in a trench coat.
Damn it! I picked so wrong.
What did you think
When
it was
I
gonna be?
when we were picking out who we could play,
Yeah.
I picked so wrong. That's upsetting.
And there are 3 goblins in a trench coat who say that they are this human named Harry, and they are known for saying yes, like humans do, whenever they talk about their day. Like, we had chicken, like humans do.
It would fool me.
Yeah,
Like,
everyone's
yes,
in
you are
on
correct.
it.
Chicken.
That is what humans do.
But they eat chicken, they poop. These are things that humans do. Human Harry do these things too.
All right. My second thing is
Mm-hmm.
it says that they cannot harm each other, Akui or Ichi,
Mm-hmm.
for their title match, but what's the stipulation on either one of them hiring someone else to harm the other?
There is no such language that prevents any third party outside harm.
Okay. Okay.
That being said, really fast, there's one last thing I want to get to because Sydney rolled a religion check. Deficilimat. You know them, Sam. You know that they are a kobold wrestler who is trying to embody Defimat, the kobold god and the dragon god of failure. Basically, the way dragon worship goes is that the more you do a specific thing and it starts to embody who you are, a dragon sees you in the cosmos and goes, you are my worshiper. I will grant you my boon. And the more you do what you're already doing, the more the dragon chooses you, the more you create this really beautiful synergistic relationship. The kobolds have been picking so many oopsie daisies their whole life that the god of failure went, you are my friend. And that god is named Defimat. Now, this dragon taking on the mantle of Defimat, his name is Deficilimat, which is funny because Deficil in Spanish means easy. This is just a pun on top of pun on top of pun. I might be wrong. It might mean more than easy, but it's not a challenge. It's simple.
Yeah.
So Deficilimat is a kobold wrestler who, in order to give glory to Defimat, loses all the time.
That's so wholesome, but also so sad. And I have been waiting for this god to show up. And I'm so glad. Yeah.
PJ.
Well, he is here, and he has embodied this scrappy little fella who takes dives like a champ.
He felt so hard. He fell right into the god's sight.
I think that's one of the first gods we made, PJ.
It was definitely the first day when we made
It's definitely-
Defimat and all of his brothers and sisters.
I love that.
Like 2 years ago. God, no more. Less.
I got one more thing, PJ.
Mhm.
In the contract, what does it say about the final championship fight between Ichi and Okui? Is it basically anything goes? type of deal or anything like that?
On the actual day of the match, on day 3, yeah, there's no hold barred, no illegal, no DQ, weapons, falls count anywhere, but it's an I quit mask match. So you don't win until you pull the mask off someone else.
Is it of that day after midnight or when the bell rings for that match? I want to know the language for that.
Language. The language is essentially speaking, when the bell rings for the match, then that third day stipulation will go into effect.
Okay. I really want to make sure for that, actually. I was actually kind of concerned about that. Rupa looks over the thing, goes, did a thing or do that Rupa would change, but as you say, no negotiations. It does look that-ish. You cannot lay one finger on Rupa's client until the bell rings on the third day. And as he says that, he takes out his whip and transforms it into a baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire. Or Rufa's friend Eunice will have a word or two. And with that, I'm going to use one of my feats.
Nice.
I have a skill feat that I just recently got at 4th level called Intimidating Glare.
Nice.
I know this skill. I know this skill all too well.
I'm wondering going down if I should go all the way down that skill tree.
I made an iceberg fall before me.
Yeah.
That's right. That was for the Journey North.
For the Journey North.
God, I love our one shots.
Yeah, Thessa got a nat 20, and everyone settled it without her having to glare, so she just stared off at an iceberg. It was the dragon. It wasn't anything. It was the dragon. Anyway.
Yeah, it was the
We chalked it away.
Yeah, Yorgamat, the dragon god of vengeance,
Yeah.
and he was the salty dragon of the sea.
Yeah. Uh-huh. A brine dragon.
A brine dragon, thank you. Specifically a brine dragon.
By the way, I got a 26.
26. Yeah, no. Ella Zulkukui is looking at you. She sees your whip turn to a bat with barbed wire, and she's like, and the nervous giggle starts to invade your mind, similar to that cacophonous, grainy kind of feedback sound that Sidney heard earlier. And you can tell she's genuinely kind of scared of the thought of like the barbed wire catching in her mask and tearing at her skin. But at the same time, there's something else going behind the curtain there. And she says, don't worry. I only wrote one contract, no negotiations. If it says that your client will not be touched by me until the third day when that bell rings, I may be a bad one, but I'm a lady of my word, and that's what's going to go down.
Rufa hands the contract to Ichi along with his pen.
Okay.
We're not gonna use their pen. We're using our pen.
Okay.
Ichi's just like, I appreciate that. And takes the contract. She's like, well, are you really sure you want to do this? Are you ready for a beatdown?
She gets on the microphone. She gets right in your face, forehead touching forehead, nose touching your nose, and she says in the mic, it's been keeping me up at night for months. Come on, Peacebringer. Bring me
That's kind of
peace."
weird because like I haven't thought about you at all until I got here. So, and then she signs it.
Oh, hero point for that savage burn, Sam. You maybe walk right into it too.
Man,
Good.
that's twice.
Yeah.
I don't know how
ow.
you do it, Sam.
Just-
I don't
It's a superpower.
It's not me, it's Ichi.
It's Ichi.
So you sign it. I need you to choose the jobber of your choice. You have 3. You have 5 guys named Jeremy, Deficilimat, or Human Harry.
They're all so good. What do you guys think? Because like they're so fun.
That's hard.
It's really hard. The 3 goblins in a trench coat is a chef's kiss, and I can't.
I know. I feel the same way. Are we
Here's the
gonna
thing: is
go?
I feel like we could talk. We could talk to the actual god soon if we just, sick alone on it of the dragon god of failure.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And
Uh-huh.
I just feel like there's only so many times we're going to get the human Harry, and I
You're
think
right.
this is it.
And
I
let's be
feel
real,
the
we get
same.
Jeremy every other episode. So
Yeah,
It's true.
right. I was surprised
Sorry.
that, you know what, if they don't go into this round, they don't get their money. Maybe they can open a burger joint.
Oh, I love that.
PJ, while this is being set up, could Rufo run over to the betting pool to bet some money on Itchy?
I'll tell you what. After the contract is signed, you can do that. So you're still stuck in the ring until then.
Okay.
All
So
right.
yes, Ichu has she signed it, and we're gonna go with Human Harry.
Okay. So it is La Pacific versus air quotes human Harry. All right, very, very cool. Michael, why don't you give me a private message about the betting and absolutely put some money on this? The it's still 4-1 because again it's for the match on the third day. When that happens, Chanti meets you and she's like, "Okay, so everything's signed, everything's great. You're probably gonna need some help because you're not out of the woods just yet. I recommend trying to do some hobnobbing with the rest of the back because you live or die by the locker room. So why don't we look around and see who to make an alliance with and who needs a favor before Saturday?"
Sounds good. Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. And that is where we are going to take our 5-minute break. When we come back, we are going to continue this lucha journey. And before we go on break, it is a dead tie between Slamantha and 10,000 Trueno on who gets to come back for the weekend. So in a light of this, y'all, we have to have a tiebreaker. So when we come back after a 5-minute break, highest vote when we get here wins it. So it's all on you guys. Speak with your hearts.
Win me some money.
Don't just speak with your hearts. Anyway, we'll be back in 5. We'll be back in 5 minutes. See you at 9:46 p.m. PST. Love you guys. See you in 5. Hey everyone, thank you so much for that 5-minute break. We're glad to be back, and I want you to know that I'm looking at the polls and I'm counting all the votes. Thank goodness there's a robot doing it for me, and it looks like with 45% of the votes leading in the voting with 9 total votes, the winner of the comeback raffle is 10,000 Trueno. 10,000 Trueno. The Thunder himself is coming back. And this will be explained as the priest is announcing this to the whole temple. And they kind of like do a lottery and they get on this loud speaker and they announce that he's coming back. And suddenly here's and just kind of dropping from the sky, landing 3-point stance, glowing blue. You see the human self hybrid 10,000 Trueno with his mask on, his sleeves rolled up on his nice blue slick jacket with the number 10,000 on the back, and he just takes a hand, shh, and then with that nice clap, the arena is filled with the roll of thunder. And he takes the microphone back and he says, "Ladies and gentlemen of the temple, it is a pleasure to be back, and I will make it my mission to find my sister, Ronnie Rempalago. For you see, the thunder is missing its lightning. But anyone in the back who tries to stop me, there's a storm brewing for you. And it will hail, I guarantee it. Don't worry, sis, I'm coming to find you. Or, you know, you're going to find me. But either way, there's a storm brewing. 10,000 Trueno, thunder in the plains. Out." Drops the mic, and as he drops it again, thunder just roars through the entire arena. His skin just glows with this bright blue light, and he kind of like waves to the crowd. They're loving his energy. And he gets to the back and he stops for a second, and then books it. He's kind of got like a rock vibe, so you know. So with that, we are now in the backstage of the area. You see all the lucha, including 10,000 Trueno, kind of getting warmed up, make sure their masks are on tight. Now, Chantico is there, and she's saying, "Okay, guys, remember, like, you live or die by your alliances and the back. So we got to walk around here, see what's up, see who we want to try to make friends with. We might have to do some things we don't like to make an alliance happen. But there's going to be a whole bunch of matches today and tomorrow, so we have time. What do you
Trying to
guys
think
want
of
to do?
what's something that I don't like. And I guess like, well, oh no, there's a lot of things. Okay. You're all gonna help me, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like we were already there. We got into it when you were doing the face-off thing in the ring, and
Uh-huh.
we were sitting in chairs. I don't know really what was going on. Rufa was involved, and he said some things, but I think we're all involved at this point, right?
I would assume so.
Right.
I
Okay.
mean,
Yeah.
we're definitely not
good.
going to let you face that crazy person with the mask that gives me an ominous aura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of caught on the fact that they were saying something about the difference between midnight and not them hurting you, but their friends might. And I think that's like Shionibus doesn't have to sleep. So I'm not all that worried about that part. She could wake us all up if needed, but I'm just saying we may need to start a watch.
I think that's
I
a good
mean, yeah.
idea.
Yeah. I like that idea. Okay. Cool. So we're all going to watch out for Ichi because that's what friends do. Maybe I can get my new friend Samantha to help us out on the watch as well.
You made friends with Samantha?
Yeah, she kind of taught me how to punch. There was a lot of dancing involved. Apparently that has something to do with it. But she seems really cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, well, head on in. Spruce ourselves up, look good for the folks, and try to go make some alliances.
All right. So in the back, you happen to see all of the 8 other people that have were the last people standing before you in that big battle royale. You happen to see 10,000 Trueno, who's back, who is very excited to be back. You see El Legado Rey. He's getting hyped up as well. Prince Rebutar is there with El Legado Rey doing stretches. They have a kind of interesting working relationship. You see this figure who wasn't in the actual battle royale named El Toro Fuerte, this massive man, just absolute hulking person with this steel iron mask with like steel horns coming out. He's got this giant stone club, and he's just in a chair, just stoically to himself. You see a lot of the Exoticos, actually. You see Fabular, who is, you see she's kind of practicing saying something and then looking it up and then kind of going over her words. You see Madame Imperatriz, kind of eyeballing some people, kind of crafting a plan. You see kind of jumping in place and really trying hard to she's stressed. She's a little manic. Ooh, that looks like a very delicious drink. What is that concoction, Sidney? Oh, you're muted.
I got a health potion from my roommate.
Oh, even better.
It's really nice.
I love it. I want a reward, but I don't know what to give. But next up, you see with her beautiful backpack full of gray spikes and her pink frilly tutu, you see Pangolina just like, okay. She's trying really hard not to have a nervous breakdown a little bit. And you see the woman who kind of has like the red, white, and blue, and like the two kind of bandalas across her chest. And she's got like this knife, and she's just just kind of like scraping something in the ground, and like she's looking at a small book and just scraping the knife. And that's what you see as far as the lucha that are active. All of the inactive lucha are there as well, just making like plans. You do see Slamantha. She's with Princess Bashley. And they are just mean mugging Cortina Vile, but also kind of mean mugging everyone else there. You see Jupiter. He's just intense, really. You also see another wrestler who didn't participate, a guy by the name of Crusher Cortez. And sure enough, almost like a mannequin standing dead still. You see El Pastor de Shabalba just kind of like eyes are in his skull, but there's no light in them, and he's just creepily staring into the middle distance, like he's waiting for something.
Ooh.
Let's not start with that guy. Let's, who is. Hey, didn't Pangolina help you out?
That's true. You're already kind of friends.
Yeah, I think we should talk to her. Go on over.
Okay. So you come up to Pangolina, who's just like, okay, you can. Hi.
Hey, you did great out there.
I did?
Yeah. I just want to say, you're pretty new to this, and it's really nice to see you as the next generation of great luchadors. And I'm just really proud of you.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Shucks. Thank you so much. That's a lot. That's a lot.
And also remember when I used you to slam that other guy? Wasn't that cool?
That was so cool. High flyer and power wrestler working together. You can throw me anytime.
Oh, thank you. Well, so my friends are here, and I just want to know, we got each other's back for this next round, right?
Yeah. 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 I was wondering if you could actually help me.
Oh.
I'm 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 just so tired of El Jaguar chasing me all the time, and I'm tired of feeling small and little, and 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 I challenged him to a match, um, and I'm regretting that decision a little bit. I'm a little scared. He's a hunter after all, and I hear he likes to take trophies, and I don't know what that. I don't know if I made the right call.
Well, first of all, one thing I want you to know is, Rufa, come stand next to me.
Oh.
And and she points to Rufa and points to her, and she says, small is not worse. You see him? You see how he's much taller than I am? He doesn't punch things very often. Is that right?
Rufa prefers other instruments of destruction.
Yes, like his words and his magic whip. But I am much shorter, and I'm a much better luchador. No offense, Rufa. You're great in the things that you do. So being small is not bad. All right?
Okay. I wanted to make him go away as a bully, so I challenged him to an I quit match, which means the match only ends when one of us quits, which means they leave the temple. So I need to know how to make him go away.
Okay. All right. I think we can work something out. And I think Ichi is going to train her on how to use her center of mass, because Ichi's this rock dwarf, right? And she also has these feats that make her difficult to move. And I like to imagine it's not just because she's a really heavy dwarf, which she is, but also she knows how to use her center of mass, her body weight. And she's going to, I think, teach that concept to Pangolina. And she'll end with, and if you do all of those things and you really center and root down your body weight like you are at the base of a mountain, I know you're used to flying through the air. And just imagine utilizing all of that mass, but down to the ground. And if you pin him in just the right spot, probably his left rib, right here, it's just gonna hurt. It's kind of like when you tickle someone. It's just, I have a feeling that he's gonna give up, if you really just root in and hold him there. What do you think?
out of character, give me an athletics check as you're kind of going over all this.
Okay. 24.
24. Okay. So, she uses the moves a few times, and you find that because she's a high flyer, the power aspect isn't there for her, but she starts doing a bunch of like standing flips and senton flips, like her body momentum, which is really her shtick, and you're coaching her through this centrifugal force, and next thing you know, you guys have basically given her this new terrifying move where she just takes all of her momentum and pinpoints it into like a bone, and she can crack a rib with ease, and she is both terrified and excited, and asks one last favor of you, to have you be ringside for emotional support as she goes through the match.
Absolutely. And all my friends will be there too.
She just starts clapping. Just, oh my, okay, great. I got the hero of Asmacon is here, and I got her friends. Can't lose now. No way, no how. I got this.
No way, no how.
No way,
And
no how.
Each is gonna give her a pat on the back and say, all right, I'll see you at your match.
She goes, okay, I'll see you there, friend. Oh, we're friends now. And she kind of like awkwardly just runs away, very excited.
Ichi turns around and just like wipes the tear. She's so precious.
All right, so you got to make sure that you get to her match to finish this alliance. But right now, it's very heavily in your favor. That being said, next up, if you want to, you can start talking to more people. And this isn't just Ichi, by the way. Any one of you can start like talking to wrestlers. If you have a friend like Slamantha or whatever, you can figure something out.
So, Ilona, I heard you met Slamantha.
I sure did. It was really cool. Yeah, she seems really nice. She seems like she knows how to dance. I said she might get along with Rufa. I was talking about like how cool it was, like that we're all friends, we all support each other. And then she said something that was kind of she was like, it's nice that you get along with your friends. So maybe she needs friends. And I mean, it looks like she's friends over there with the other girl with the bat with the barbed wire around it.
Oh,
But
Ashley.
yeah, Bashley, what a cool name. Maybe we could go over there and see if maybe she needs some extra friends, or figure out
Yeah.
why she keeps mean dogging the other girl.
Yeah. Well, okay. While we're here, I know this is not necessarily all of your guys' thing, but I just think I should teach you all a little bit of lucha business, So one thing that's very important is forging alliances. So, Ilona, I take point here. Let's get an alliance with Slamantha.
Okay. Do you need me to go do that, or should we both do that?
Maybe like I think all you. Maybe bring someone. I'll watch from afar.
Okay.
I'll look really cool. I'll sit here looking really cool.
Okay, cool. I'll go talk you up. You go over here looking cool. I'll be right back. And the one just like runs over to Samantha.
All right.
She's so excited. Samantha! Hi! Do you remember me?
She has this weird double take where she's all like mean, scowly, almost like a character facade, and she looks at you and she goes, "Oh, hi. Hey, boss, I will be right back. Hey, what's up?"
Nothing. I just saw you and I thought I'd come say hi. I just want to say my right hook's looking pretty good, so I want to say thank you.
It's all in the hips. Hey, and that was all you.
Yeah. So I just wanted to come over and kind of talk to you about this really cool. My friend is over there, Ichi. See?
Oh yeah. She kind of looks back and then just kind of how's it going?
Yeah, so she's, she's gonna be in the huge fight later. And I was just thinking, like, you're super cool, she's super cool, like, you guys could totally, like, be cool together. Like, we were talking about how, like, cool friendship is, and I thought, do you want friendship?
I don't need friendship when I got the princess to my left. Hey, listen, maybe you can help us out. You see, we were trying to get a grudge match with Katrina Vile, maybe do a tag team match, me and Princess Bashley versus her and someone of her choosing. But we all got eliminated, so no one is up to get the match. If you could maybe, I don't know, either make someone drop out and we can take their spot, or pull something with the temple priest so we can get a grudge match going on, then, I think, and I feel dirty asking this, but I think that could really go a long way to do some good.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Are there, like, pre-matches to larger matches at all?
Sometimes there's undercard matches or dark horse matches. Hey, hey, boss. Look, a grudge is a grudge, and we gotta get this bad blood out. What if we just did this with, like, no one around? Just that way, less witnesses to the pounding that we're gonna give to Katrina Vile. Oh, give me, Sidney, give me a diplomacy check.
Yeah. No. Good thing you gave me that other hero point. Hero point. Much better. Much better. 27.
Oh yeah. Princess Bashley, who looks like if Beverly Hills was a person, is just kind of yeah, okay, fine, whatever. You know what? I'm just so sick of her flaunting around her just Katrina, whatever. I'm so sick of this. Yes, let's go set up some sort of like dark horse match or some exhibition, whatever. Same thing, tag team. She reaches into this tiny little purse and pulls out this massive baseball bat and goes, I just want to crush her skull in.
Ilona sees that and kind of freezes, and she leans into Samantha and she goes, so you called her boss?
Yeah, wouldn't you?
This is fair. Ilona is going to, how do I do this? Ilona is going to is going to go over then to Katrina Vile.
Okay.
And go, hi, Katrina.
I kind of want Kylie to jump back in this role. She's shaking her head no too hard. Please, Kylie.
Do it.
Would you like to grace us again with Katrina Vile? All you have to do is know these two simple facts. You hate Princess Bashley's face and you want to beat her up. And number two, you have a plan and you don't want to tell anyone what that plan is.
Oh.
Secrets? Okay. Yeah. She's just going to be like leaning against a wall, like one foot up, chewing gum. The occasional pop, and she like looks over. She goes, "Hi."
Hi. I just wanted to come over and say you did great in the match. You're so good at fighting that I was thinking maybe you should fight some more. I know those two over there really would love to fight you. So maybe you should do that with them. Maybe with another person if you wanted.
Are you talking about freaking whatever wannabes they want to be?
Yeah, the Bashley girl and Samantha. Yeah, you should fight them.
I mean, if they really want to lose again in my hand, yeah, sure, why not?
You did throw them out of the ring, both of them. You did do that.
I did do that, huh?
You did.
Wow.
Yeah. It would
Yeah.
it'd be really good if you were to humiliate them a second time.
You have a point, yeah.
And then they probably would be so embarrassed they would quit.
What did you say your name was?
Ilona.
I like you, Alona.
Oh, good.
Does it matter who my partner is? Given I'm assuming. I mean, I guess I could take him 2-on-1.
Yeah, you
Wouldn't be
know, you
very
could
hard.
probably kick them on your own, but you know, just for the sake of it being even, you could have another person with you.
I could,
Could. I mean, you would do all the heavy lifting though. It'd be your show.
right?
Yeah.
Mirago and I really tag teamed that, so
You did. Yeah.
I ain't doing this alone. I'm dragging someone down with me.
So okay, don't worry. I have a plan. I have ideas. But right now, I just need Sidney to give me a diplomacy check one more time, and this will make this complete undercard match official.
Man, I really hope that I roll well because I'm all out of hero points.
Oof.
Not the worst. That's a dirty 20.
So, after some time has passed, after Katrina Vile and the Princess Bashley and Samantha walk off, a priest comes back and they put up this giant. First of all, there's this giant like board that tells you all the fights and the people fighting, what the match is, and things like that. And a new one is tagged over to the right, and it's kind of like in this weird, wonky kind of intermission area, which is a special event planned. The special event just says wedding. So after the wedding, this match is going to take place, and the participants are going to be Princess Bashley and Samantha versus Katrina Vile and Fabular.
Nice.
Calling her by her short name. I think the full thing's like Scaluccia Fabular, but I don't want to butcher that. So they are going to be in a tag team together. It's official. Samantha is super like, she's like, oh, thank you so much. Listen, this is gonna be a great match. We have plans. No matter what happens, like, you are my girl. Thank you so much.
Oh, yay! I'm your girl. Do I get a jacket or something? I heard that's how that works.
Hold on, I gotta flip for it. Something, nothing. She looks at you and she says, I only have the jacket I brought, but she opens up this like giant duffel bag, reaches in for something. She gives you 2 of her old wrestling shoes, these bright leather, patent leather, like green and pink wrestling shoes that, they're a little broken in, a little scuffed up. And she's like, you can have my old boots. I don't know if they fit, but you can have them.
I'll take boots. Ola just looks at them like they're they're little treasures. I'm learning so much. Is this what being a fan is like?
Yes, absolutely. Mark on your character sheet, Samantha's boots. I'm getting ideas. Now you can already count Samantha and Katrina Vile as possible allies. So mark on your list, Samantha and Katrina Vile, allies for later. Great. Now, you still have the entire rest of the back. Is there anyone else you want to talk to? You do also see, like, everyone else is there, too. You see, like, El Milagro is there. You see Nightbat is there. Basically, everyone is here in attendance, because even if they're not wrestling, they still kind of want to, like, this is going to be the biggest story to happen for the whole year. So, like, yeah, I kind of want to know what happens when these two fight for the death. I kind of need to know. El Bardo is there, and he's doing his thing.
Actually, Rufa, he's actually not going to go towards any of the wrestlers. He's going to try to get a meeting together with the assembled valets and other managers.
Oh my god.
All right.
Of course.
So it takes a while, but you do basically make this meeting of the valets. Ugarateka, who is like the high priest, he is there. He's a valet. A man who introduces himself as Luther Salvador. He is also there. He's also a valet. You meet a guy named Warrior Gory. He is also there. He is a valet. You meet another one named Rudo Villano. Rudo Villano Tino. He is a valet as well. And last but not least, El Bardo makes a surprise appearance, saying, "Sometimes I'm a wrestler, sometimes I'm a valet." What?
Rufa thanks you all for your time. If you do not know, Rufa is, guesses, he is La Pacifica's manager. Rufa wants to introduce himself to the assembled honored legends he sees before him, and he has a proposition which could bring much glory and money.
You see a mixed reaction in the room. Some of them are like, "Yeah, money." Some of them are like, "Oh, I'm above that." Some of them are like, "I got nothing else to do." So now what I need is a diplomacy check. It's got to be a pretty big diplomacy check because you are basically trying to out valet 5 valets.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny
Oh,
because
by the way, sorry.
no, I just heard valet, and my immediate thought was you give them your car keys.
By the way, I think I already said this. Like, I think when we started the arc, but if I haven't, he's making the Lucha thing the current case, his second case.
Okay, so +1 for this roll.
Yeah.
Cool.
Not exactly a 20, but very, very close. Let's see. You said diplomacy, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. That is a 29. I rolled a 19. That +1 gave me a turned into a dirty 20 plus actually no. Actually, I'm sorry, I added the wrong thing. That's actually much higher.
Okay. I'll tell you right now, it's
31.
fine. 30. Oh my god. All right. So 31. The DC to beat was 25. So high number, and you spanked it you killed it. So the point is, give me a simple version of your plan and what your goal is, and they are on board.
Okay. I'm gonna paraphrase this because Rufa is right now. He's that character from the movie The Warriors, the "Can you dig it" guy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my friends. I hope you could jive to what Rufa is laying down.
Oh my god.
The problem in the past was we, as managers, are always going after each other. The struggle is very real. We are scratching and clawing for pennies, for pittance. Most of the time, we do not get our rightful due. But if you join this alliance we have here that Rufa is setting up, we could quite possibly get all that we want. As you all know, El Kakui, she is not the legitimate heir to the crown, the championship belt. It is Ichi who has gotten her birthright stolen from her. Rufa believes, friend Ichi, she is going to be the cornerstone of Lucha for many, many years to come. she will become the icon, the franchise of it all. And with that, we should all, well, as they say, hook our caboose up to the train and watch it all roll in. As Rufa once knew a manager actually, good friend of his, Dio Ozzy. He is the million coin man. And he says, every man or woman has a price. And this is the price we must pay to, well, continue on the future of Lucha.
Love it. You have now effectively swung all 5 valets to Ichi's side, and they are here for the glory and the future of Lucha. I mean, Ugarteka, he's just like, yes, it's my temple. Yes, I love this. Everyone else, like Warrior Gory, is like, you mean I don't gotta cheat to get it? Sign me up. Everyone is down for the cause. And they have Ichi's back and their valets, so they're not gonna like storm the battle, but you kind of see them saying, listen, we represent almost everyone. Either we have their ear or we have their contract. So you point someone else out here and we'll give you a good word for them. Basically, if any of you are trying to make a check to kind of get someone to your side in the back until the 3rd day, you get a +2 to that check because this valet is going to do the work for you as well. So anyone from this point out has a +2 on checks with anyone in the back.
And he's also going to make sure the valets keep it on down low, but also kind of not entirely really inviting him to Rufa's organization, but kind of make them associates by letting him in on the betting thing that Rufa's kind of putting down as well.
Ugatek and Albardo will have no part of it. They're purists, but Luther Salvador and Warrior Gory, well, Warrior Gory for sure is like, yeah, I'm down to bet. Luther Salvador's like, you know what? I don't feel right with this, but I'll tell you what, I'll take whatever money I get from you, and I'll just keep that money myself.
Rufa will be like, basically, what I'm actually trying to do is he's going to try to be the guy that he's the middleman. Basically, he's going to set the betting and everything, and he's going to take, we'll say, 3%. Of the profit.
So you're trying to get money from them as an investment in this bet?
Yeah.
Okay. So hold on, then I'm really fast. I gotta do some quick soul searching here.
Basically, be their bookie, kind of.
Yeah.
The percentage.
2 of them are going to give you money. Warrior Gory and Rudo Villano Tino are going to give you money. Warrior Gory gives you 100 gold, and he says, if I don't get 200 back, I'm breaking both your kneecaps. Rudo Villanotino gives you 500 gold, and he says, I also have a network. I want my money back too.
If we all join together, we are each individually fingers, but together we will close into a fist.
Absolutely. All right. So if you weren't there for the moment, due to Rufa's speech and his role, everyone gets a +2 on influencing someone in the back. All the valets are now allies with Ichi, as well as Slamantha, Katrina Vile, and Pangolina, assuming that you go to her ringside. You still have more people in the back. El Milagro is there. I'm trying to think of, like I said, Nightbat's there. 10,000 Trueno is there. You know, Slamantha, well, she's already spoken for. So the question is, who do you want to talk to now?
So I think due to the way that his personality in the ring could probably be the only thing that could stand next to Ichi, I think we should talk to Jupiter.
Okay. So you talk to Jupiter. Right? Jupiter's just big and it's kind of...
Yeah, well, I definitely want to have the...
Tonkatsu.
Yes, this is
Tonkatsu.
okay.
Oh my god.
So,
That face.
yeah, he's real happy. So I think this is a picture of Woodwort walking up to Jupiter.
Mhm.
And Woodward ends up walking up and going, "Hey, yeah, hey, yeah, me, right? I'm Woodward. This here's Mush. So look, it looks like you're looking for a fight at this point, and I think I got one for you, man.
Huh? Who was fighting? Who was fighting who?
Yeah. So, well, shoot. Okay. So, you see that woman over there? Yeah, she's mad at that woman, but they're friends. So that two women are mad. There's going to be a fight between them, but that's not the one you have to worry about. And then there's another fight over. So there's going to be fights leading up to it, but we only need you for one. Okay. Somebody's going to, yeah, one fight. You just one big one. Okay. So there's going to be somebody coming after Ichi. And we know things are going to go wrong. Take a sour turn.
Who's Itchy? Who is Itchy? Is Poison Ivy? Huh.
Right. Ichi's that one over there. And Woodwort kind of, yep. And as Woodwort looks back at Ichi and then he tries to play it off and lean up against something. Yeah. That's Ichi. She's cool one. So she's coming back for her belt, and I know there's a few things you know about belts that you may not have one yet, but I'm sure you're questing for one yourself. So
pants need belts or else they fall down.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That overalls, my friend. I'll give it to you. That one for free. But besides that, I do want to ask your help with my friend. I do have something that I feel like you're speaking my language on. A bottle of hooch is in it for you.
Give me a diplomacy check really fast.
Right.
+2 from the work of Rufa earlier.
Ooh. Let's see.
Take my hero point. I have still 2, and we have 30 minutes left.
I think I'm okay with this. +2 would make it a 16.
Okay. He goes right with it. He's like, yeah, hooch sounds good. Protect that one. He basically says when you need him. And
it's not going to be today. It's tomorrow, I think, except maybe at 12 p.m., which is technically tomorrow, and things are going to get a little messy in there. But if you hear a Royal Rumble happening outside the ring, come running.
I'll be here.
Woodward walks back over to Ichi. Yeah, so that guy, the big one, got him.
Good.
I don't know anything about him, but he seemed like, yeah, look at him. He's enthused.
Ichi looks at him. Insight check. Can I do that?
Give me a perception check for that insight check. Yeah.
14.
14. What are you trying to get from this perception check? What are you trying to learn about him?
Is he cool?
You know what's really cool about him? He's just genuinely himself. He doesn't care what others think. He's so genuine.
Yeah, he's cool. Good job, Woodward. Good job.
Yeah, no problem. I figured, he just looked like he looked like he wanted to fight, and I figure why convince somebody who doesn't when that guy clearly wants to hit something.
Good thinking.
Kylie, is there anyone Shonibus wants to try and recruit for the backstage politics? By the way, you guys can also try to get involved in anyone else's drama. There's stuff you can do if you want to do that.
I don't think Shonibus would talk to anyone. She would just eye people and then casually follow behind Alona at a distance. So
That's why
Alona doesn't know, but
Okay.
is definitely making sure she doesn't get in trouble.
Okay.
'Cause she'll kick anyone's ass if she does.
Sure. Give me a perception check. Hearing, if you get bonuses to hearing.
Do I get bonuses to hearing?
I want to say it's an elf. You get a +2. Let's just call it a +4 and be done with it.
Cool. You said perception?
Mm-hmm.
I need a calculator. Hold on. 33.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You hear this entire conversation then. So there are 4 voices having a heated conversation. With that 33, you know that they are El Toro Fuerte, El Legado Rey, Prince Rebutar, and El Milagro. They're all discussing something. I'll skip the impersonations and go to the notes. So what you hear is, effectively speaking, El Legado Rey wants El Toro Fuerte to make a mask for his son. His son is up and coming. He's on a spiritual journey, and El Legado Rey is like, this is the son of the king. Once I retire, like, he has to rise. And Toro Fuerte says, if you want me to make a mask for your son, you will face me in the ring. Your son will earn it on his merit. You will earn his mask on your merits. If you fail, I'll put the mask of punishment on your face. And if you succeed, then I will spend hours doing my best work so that the son of the king has a good mask. That is only fair. Prince Rebutar is saying, no, that is irrelevant. You need to take us to the dragon of the temple right now, old man. And El Toro Fuerte is basically like, why? And Prince Rebutar says, she has been gone and quiet despite many massacres in the ring. El Azul Kukui has been running around killing people in the ring and taking their masks in front of people, defacing their name and honor and family without any repercussion. She is a false guardian of the temple. And if I can see her and best her in combat like I know I can, then I become the guardian of the dragon, and I'm going to put down this menace. Then El Milagro is saying, no, you're a foolish boy. You don't know what you're talking about. Shut up. But El Toro Fuerte, you need to let me see the guardian. I need to speak with her. The dragon of the temple is needed for justice and judgment upon the many sins of El Azul Kukui. She must be brought to justice. She has allowed her match, but we need that she's punished. And El Toro Fuerte is like, I know I hold the key to her sanctum because I made her mask, but I'm a simple mask maker. I can take you there, but like her, you have to earn it. Choice is yours. I'm just an old man who wants to make sure that there's a good champion who is the face and the future of our people before I retire. I'm very old. I'm very beat up. And I've given all of you your masks as children. Well, not you, El Milagro. I don't know you. But I'm old and I need to retire. So I want to make sure that when I leave, I have a new mask maker and a new champion that I can trust.
Damn.
You hear all of this.
What do your elf ears hear?
So they're calling the god itself like a false god.
They are calling the dragon of the temple, aka the guardian of the temple, basically a bad guardian. They don't feel like she's doing her job. But they're also saying she hasn't been showing up. She's nowhere. We have no idea what she's doing. And El Toro Fuerte is the only one, according to them, who has access to her in the temple.
Shonibus is gonna slide up real cash. Hey, I hear you guys are looking for someone.
They stop. Yeah. Well, you see, the thing is, we need to go find a dragon of the temple. We need her to punish El Azul Kukui, who is just going rampant. And it's we're powerless against her. We need the Guardian to kind of step up and do her job, and no one's heard from her in months. We have no idea if she's even alive still.
Cool. Yeah. So, I mean, this is what me and she like looks over and says, friends
Yes.
do. I mean, we can find her for you. Might cost you something, but we'll find her for you.
They're all just staring at you gobsmacked. Some of them are like, the audacity. And some of them are like, the audacity. Like, they're all over the spectrum of these feelings. In El Toro Fuerte, just like, first of all, everyone has a mask that actually shows their eyes or their mouth to some degree. He's wearing this cast iron full face metal mask with like 2 little drill bit holes for his eyes and 2 little like drill bit holes for his nose so he can breathe. And you can just hear this heavy old voice just racked from years of experience and exhaustion just echoing in this tinny thing as he just says, how can you possibly do these things that you say you can do?
I mean, I've been around for a long time. And sometimes you just have to have like a little bit of faith in people. I mean, we tend to have a lot of gods on our side, and we find quite a bit of stuff. One of my friends found a bottle of wine that I had lost because he had given a bottle of his alcohol to a god. It's what we do. It's who we are.
And which god or goddess do you say that you believe in?
Me, that's Anubis.
El Milagro has this unusual look of recognition, while the king and the prince have no idea about that name. El Milagro seems to be up to something. He seems to know something. El Toro Fuerte, who's just old with this giant stone club, which as you look on it, you see the history of lucha is like painstakingly etched in each level of this stone club, and like the masks he's made for children who become kings, who become princes, who become champions. And he kind of weighs his massive frame on this club as he looks to you and goes, you do not lie. The jackal of judgment definitely weighs on you. All right. Say what you want of me.
I mean, if you could take me and my friends, one of them being Ichipakton Papakui, that would be great. And then, we can go in. She can have her moment in the ring to defeat Junior. I think that's what I heard her say earlier. And then we can have, bring the Guardian back, or at least let you know if she's alive. And then, bada bing, bada boom, problem solved. Easy.
The Peacemaker's daughter is here. Where is she? Where is the granddaughter of the great Peacemaker?
Hey, Ichi.
Suddenly, standing out of this chair at 8 feet, 380 pounds of muscle, you see this El Toro Fuerte, probably in his 60s, hasn't lost a step. Yeah, I mean, he's got a little hitch in the giddy up, but whatever. He's still pushing through, and he walks over to you, Ichi. And he is at least 5 feet bigger than you, and he stares down at you with this massive club on his shoulders, and he says, are you the granddaughter of the Great Peace?
Yep.
I do not see your belt around your waist. Are you here to get the belt back?
Abso-bleeping-lutely, I am. It was wrongfully taken from me.
He takes a knee so he can get as low to the ground as possible, and he's still about 6 inches above you, maybe about a foot above you, and he's looking you in the eyes. Can't quite see his because, again, just 2 little drill holes in this steel metal mask, full mask, no details. As he looks to you and he says, I know of your match tomorrow. I have no doubt of the passion that burns in your family's name. I need a promise from you, though, before I help you do whatever it is you will have of me. I need you to promise that right now.
What exactly is the promise that you need?
I have heard the whispers on the wind, and I have received your letters from afar, Nadalfon. I know there is a war. And I know that my time is almost up. I will not be making masks for anyone, and when the sun rises in the fourth day, I will probably go to be with the bulls in the field, and I will pass with them. Like I used to say when I was a younger man, the bull of justice will fly freely. And when I go, there will be no more mask maker. And when you go, just as you go, there will be no more champion. A warrior to lead us when the sixth age falls in the land of men. I need you to choose 2 people to fight for your belt when you are gone, so that one of them will be they who lead us to the armies of life and death everlasting.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Oh, okay. Okay. So you want me to decide that right now?
Right.
Or like eventually?
Right now.
So when you say when I'm gone, you mean like when I go off to fight that world war and adventure? Or you mean like when I'm dead?
You do not have it in you to know where you will go when you live or die. I don't smell that on you yet. I mean when you leave for the world war. Because as you are going, our battle doesn't end.
I know. Well, I do know one person who is just capable of anything, really. You know, I think I always underestimated her because she was just so good at what she did, no matter what it was. And I think she does better when I'm gone. And I think that she could, I don't know, from what I saw, I think she could outshine me someday. But yeah, Shanti.
Good. I know her. I made her mask when she found out who she really was. She will be a wonderful blaze like a beacon. But fire can be snuffed out. And I need to know who her opponent is going to be. Someone
Now
else
that's
who you
hard.
feel is worthy.
Worthy. Worthy. Because there's plenty of opponents, as you can see. But there's not necessarily plenty of worthy opponents. I think it's got to be human hair. No, just kidding.
Yes! Oh my
Just
god.
kidding.
I literally just typed that in chat. I literally.
She hopes that got a laugh out of him because he's very serious.
I will speak for him. If you actually say that in character, you get this kind of like disbelief moment, and he's like, what?
And she's like, I'm just joking with you. Pangolina. Pangolina, she's the next generation.
I remember Pangolina. She was so full of excitement and so scared. like a child riding a bull or a horse for the first time. Taking the reins is powerful and frightening.
I do remember the first time that I rode a bull as a child. Sorry. I just
Wait, does not everyone live a bull-themed existence? Am I the only one who has a life of proud bull-adjacent activities? How come no one has told me that I'm weird?
when my grandmother took me to ride a bull for the first time, I had to wear a lot of padding. The helmets were so uncomfortable. I was thrown for at least 12 miles. The crater is still there to this day. They built a small pond around it. Anyway, back to Pangolina.
Truly, the glory of the bull was with you that day, for only a bull could survive a bull like that. My youth is coming back in spurts. I can feel it now. But yes, Pangolina. She is scared, but she is capable. And then he slowly gets back up, and he repeats this like it is law. Pangolina versus Chantico for the belt. So it has been said, and by the glory of the mask it shall be done. I look forward to seeing you at the ring. The strong bull will be by your side. Oh. And then he turns to Shionibus. I can take you to the temple whenever.
Awesome. Just give me 1 second. Alona,
Elena comes running over.
Woodward.
Did that guy say something about smelling something on her?
Yeah,
Who the
you heard
heck
that
was
too,
that?
right?
Yeah, he said
Okay,
something
okay.
about. Okay, good.
Oh no, but he knows that Anubis and I have had problems. So
I mean,
I don't know, man.
I think we all know.
Okay, you know what, Alona?
Yeah, the lake made it clear.
Yeah.
The lake part made it clear.
Screw you guys. Do you want to come to a temple or not?
Yes.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. What are we doing?
We're trying to find whether this person is dead or not. That's really all that I know.
Oh, that's pretty definitive. Okay. I mean, I don't need a medicine check for that one.
Right, that's an easy job. I was like, a couple gold. It's easy money.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Hugh Morgan Freeman's voice where it's like, it was not easy money.
It was not at all easy. Okay, so terrible pressure, Morgan Freeman. He kind of gets this necklace around his neck. He tells El Milagro that he is gonna take the foreigners to go see the dragon, and that's the bottom line. He talks to El Legado Rey, and he says, "Send your son to see me. I will wrestle him. I will take his measure of his worth. I will make him a mask. If you are a king and he is to be king one day, then he has to earn it." And El Legado just kind of like smiles and goes, Dominic is going to be so happy to hear that. And he just kind of walks away. Prince Rubitar is kind of like, bleh. It's like, I get it, but also, bleh. And he kind of storms off, upset. So, as you start to make your alliances, you have a pretty good hefty group of friends here. El Toro Fuerte takes you deep into the basement of the temple. There's no sunlight. It's about 1 in the afternoon, but nothing can break through to this darkness. In the bottom, you see a large stone door. Massive. This must have took easily an army of people to build thousands of years ago. And on it, you see the story. And Ichi, you've seen this, but never quite in this detail, in this size, this grandeur. You see the story of the beginning of the 5th era of this world. How Azabakhan believes this world was built upon the death sacrifice of the gods of Azabakhan. How from their guts came grass, how from their breath came wind, from their blood came rivers, from their skin and hair came corn and people. You're seeing gods that now can no longer exist because they killed themselves so that you all could live. And you see the sun and the moon kind of come together in this perfect union, suggesting that time started. Whereas once it was dead still, no time existed. And upon this great sacrifice, time was created. And then on the other door, you see the beginning of the sixth era. You see calamity, destruction, Armageddon. And across a battlefield, you see two people, the man of 1,000 lives and the woman of 1,000 deaths, with armies uncountable flanking them, rushing at each other. And in the center, you see a baby, a child, representing new life, a second life. That life, the sixth age, the next beginning of the world. This baby is like a promise. And in the middle of these two doors with this stone, cold, cool texture, running your fingers over the thousands of years of hands and history that chiseled the story of eternity, of Alpha and Omega. You can feel the ghosts there with you in every inch of stone. And El Toro Fuerte takes the key from his neck, this long bronze key with jewels. This thing itself must be worth a small fortune. He takes it with two hands, slides it into a keyhole, and twists it easily 25 times, like he's winding up a toy for a child to play with. But each one is just a centimeter at a time as he's turning this heavy stone key. And you can hear the as gears inner working in this massive stone door. Thousands of years old, finally work, teeth grinding in unison like the gritted teeth of labor. And then the door in front of you slides open. In front of you, there is only darkness. And El Toro Fuerte looks into the darkness. I see a speck of light. Just a speck. Good. This is very good indeed. Foreigners and champions, be careful. You tread into the world of gods and dragons. 1 second.
Ichi looks at Shionibus and whispers, I forgot why we're here.
I should have taken payment up front.
The dragon of the temple will see you now. Please, go. And that is where we're going to end episode 49 of Edge of Legend, with the heroes about to come face to face with the dragon of the temple and the guardian of the lucha of the 5th and 6th age. We hope you liked episode 49. Thank you so much for tuning in. And yeah, please check out that link for the giveaway. I just love the look on all my players' faces. I'm sorry, that was so great. So let's do some quick exitro stuff, and we will go from there, starting of course with Mr. Michael Powell. Please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet internet.
Well, as always, I am the dastardly dashing Michael Powell, and you can find me all over the internet on my social media, which is at Mr. Kapow, that's MRKAPAO, or my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Michael Powell Does Stuff, because I do a lot of stuff like my YouTube channel, which is Fantastic Tales of Adventure. And also on Thursdays at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'm on the Toyzilla Network here on Twitch, where I'm part of a show called Toyzilla Live, where we talk about toy news and nostalgia stuff. It's a lot of fun, and I hope to see you there.
Excellent. Next up, Ian, tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
My name is Ian, and on the internet, I go by The Bearded Skald or just Bearded Skald. You can find me everywhere, but on the Clock God, I do not worship at that particular temple. But if you want to check out anything I do outside of all the other social medias, you can check out Witch and Heathen, which is a company I run with my wife, and we are getting ready for our first craft fair this weekend. Super excited about that. And after that, because of those craft fairs, we're hoping to start putting more products out there and maybe meet some of you guys in person. If you want to check out any of that, since we're going to be at those craft fairs and you want to come check them out, I'll post it in our Discord tomorrow. Good night.
All right. So sorry, Ian. Yes, I would love to go to that craft fair if I can. I'll see how my schedule turns out. Kylie, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hello, I'm Kylie, or I go by Kai. It really doesn't matter at this point. You can find me at Kai's Wonderful Life pretty much all over the internet. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all of that good jazz. On Sundays at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I play a wonderful homebrew. I play a human gunslinger, and she's a whole lot of sass, and that's about it. And you can find that at twitch.tv/Asgard D&D Adventures. It's a lot of fun. On Monday nights, I play with a wonderful group of girls at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's also a homebrew, and we're all in college. So not only are we trying to juggle finals, but we are also trying to juggle drama and boys and gods. It's like a telenovela. That's how I describe it. And that's 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on twitch.tv/Dragons and Dreamers. Also, I'm going to the Bristol Renaissance Fair over in Kenosha, Wisconsin, the weekend of the 16th. I believe it's the 17th and 18th. That's a Saturday and Sunday. So if you're in the area, feel free to stop on by, have a great time, have a few drinks with me and my friends, and it's going to be a great time.
Yeah. That is exciting to hear. Next up, Sidney, tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Oh, gee, it me. Hi, my name is Sidney Rubino. You can find me all over the internet at Sidney Rubino. I am on Twitter. I am on Instagram. I am on YouTube, which if you are not following me on YouTube, please do that if you want. Every Tuesday I post videos, reading stories, fairy tales, lore, children's stories. I read those to you if you enjoy being read to or deciphering morals from stories from all over the world. Come follow me on that. Right now we're reading The Wind in the Willows, Toad's Adventures, and that's been really cute and adorable so far. So if you like that, go ahead and give me a follow. Also, a reminder of the giveaway. This is what we are giving away. We are giving away these 2 dice bags right here by Cognitive Merchant. They are handmade, leather stitched dice bags, y'all. This is the dice bag that I use every night. It holds my precious dice ASMR. This giveaway is going to be running for a week. You have a week to retweet, to follow us on Twitter, and to follow us on Twitch. So if y'all are interested in doing that, go right ahead. And other than that, yeah, thanks for being here, folks. I love you a whole lot.
Awesome. Last but not least, Sam, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hello, I'm Sam, and you can find me all over the internet at Hey Sam Sterling. Let's see, this Sunday, I'm going to be over on that _ D'Angelo's channel, and he's going to just be interviewing me about like TTRPGs and stuff. So Sunday, 5:30, that _ D'Angelo. And you should check them out. They're running a Vampire the Masquerade Phoenix by Night show, which unfortunately I was going to be on an episode, but I had to bow out due to some scheduling issues. But I did get my gold.
Yeah.
Which I'll have to use some other time, unfortunately. But doesn't mean you still can't go watch it. So yeah, check that out on Sunday. And other than that, it was been a great show. That growl at the end really got me. So I'm just gonna recover for a week.
Oh my god. Well, my name is PJ Megaw. You can find me all over the internet at pj.megaw, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Come friend me. Let's be friends. When I'm not here with these amazing legends on Wednesday, you can find me, Mr. Michael Powell, talking about TTRPGs here on Tuesday, 3:30 to 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're almost done with our deep dive on sorcerers, how to make them, what cool things you can do with them. And we'll be doing a build probably because it's been a while since our last build. I guess the only thing right now I can talk about is that Jasper's Game Day has invited me to come do another charity game with them July 11th. I'm super excited. I finally get to play this awesome game that we all play, and I love it. And No Nat Ones is going to be the GM, and I'm super excited for that. I know some of you in the chat have been able to win tickets to join me at that game, so I'm super excited to play with you. And once again, like always, it's for a great cause, suicide awareness and prevention from Jasper's Game Day charity. So come see us then and give the love, if not, give your eyeballs and your support. And before I go, I do want to give a special shout out to Spring Heel Studios. Tobias McCurry completely surprised me with this Nat 20 Productions pin. It's a leather pin with a stud backing. I got two. And I felt having two, it's only fair that Sidney Rubino should also get one because she didn't get one of his vaxing pins. So we have these amazing pins. And I want to give a special shout out to two people, Spring Hill Studios, Tobias McCurry. Thank you so much for these amazing pins. Go check out his stuff. He makes amazing things. He even made my LARP spear that I have been fighting people with for 3 years. It's an amazing piece.
He made that?
He made Maiden's Justice. That was him.
Yeah, I got a sword of his too.
It's
Nice.
So if you're LARPing and you want some kick-ass foam, hire that guy. Also, want a huge shout out to Waffle Maple Syrup. They have taken commissions for handmade dice. These things are razor sharp and roll so well. You get a really cool coin. You even get a coaster, and they did it in the colors of Nat 20 Productions, green, blue, and silver. They did an amazing job, worth every penny. And thank you so much, friends at Waffle Maple Syrup, for that.
I know
and
so
I-
many talented people.
Why do we all know so many amazing people? I love it. And I love all of you. And I love you people for coming to watch us tonight. And we're going to be rating. I just want to say thank you for episode 49. I can't wait to see you for episode 50. And I also can't wait for episode 52, because that means we'll have over a year of this show alone, as well as a year of doing everything else for charity and for love and for you all. So thank you so much. I'll see you next week. Same Nat time, same Nat channel, and I cannot wait. So until then, I guess that's just be safe, love one another, and we're gonna be rating in 3, 2, 1.